ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Safe to say I don't know you, but now I'ma never know you. Fuck your hope, it's just another obstacle I'm stepping over. Every time I turn around, it's something I ain't never sober. Ain't no coming back, you take it there, once you're dead, it's over. You don't got me in your best interest, it's screaming out your eyes. Princess cut deuces leaning out the ride. Look at your soundtrack, whole material I supply. Jeopardize my kids' meal, send them all on a doctor ride. We represent the minority, let's monopolize more than 1 million tears drop. Dealt with too many chopper rides. Everybody for self, nobody chopping pies. Conniving niggas lay down in the box of lies. Ignorant and fucked up, why would you want the old banks? That nigga there's a closed case. 20 years of my cold tapes, bubbly chairs and gold plates. Brought the ugly stairs and nose breaks. Room full of snakes, finally no space. Fake nigga with a fake page, I'm on a ghost chase. God bless the child that hold his own and keep his folks straight. Grimy in the cold state, that's how it gotta be. Dominating finally, I'ma make you proud of me. Yeah, safe to say I don't know you, but now I'ma never know you. Fuck your hope, it's just another obstacle I'm stepping over. Every time I turn around, it's something I ain't never sober. Ain't no coming back, you take it there, once you're dead, it's over. You're all the way gone, incapable of change, why try? Too busy stuck in the matrix, you die without Wi-Fi. Just mind your business, witness, turn a blind eye. Shit, who we packing, kiss your burner, bye-bye. Your bridge is burning, not mine. I lost my partner in the crime. Wish I can go get you, kick it with you one last time. Snap a dope picture, shit don't make no sense. Hoping I crack the code quicker. My face a jewel, don't let the platinum and gold trick you. The only role models on our side's the Falcon. They teach you all about crime. Lucky if he get out fine. Most of my friends were outlined or outlaws. Why would we care about yours? The one was a joy, rip up your house floors. The victim line of vouch for us. We on the strip with rocks and Glocks to us. Run from the force, know what they got for us. We all with it, hope you fit it, don't get knocked off. Moment of silence for the while as you feel a block pause. Yeah, safe to say I don't know you, but now I'ma never know you.
Good, what's up? Salute to the fam on this good Friday. We made it through another week of giving boxing is just due, and we gonna do that again for this Friday, man. How's the family feeling? How everybody feeling today? If you catch this on the playback, y'all already know. Come join the family. Sub to the channel, turn them notifications on. Y'all know the drill, man. Come rock out with your boy. What's going on with the fam, though? How y'all feeling? Let me say what up to the family. B, what's good, family? How you feeling? All things, what's good, bro? Mike Kirkland is in the building, my bro. Mike, what's good with the family? Arena, salute, queen. How you feeling? The PLK, you know it. Shavaz, what's good with the fam? Cash, crypto in the building. Zoomverse, peace and blessings to my bro. Yeah, hey man, hey, we got something in common, bro. That's always been my favorite rapper since I heard him, bro. Or artist, should I say? You know what I mean? Salute to Shavaz, man. You know good music, man. You know good music. Teach, what's good, bro? How you feeling? D1, my guy, what's good with it? Salute to your baby boy, man. And best of luck to him. I hope they pull off the win, man, for real. Salute to D1. You know, just do love the kids, you know. I love the kids. Miss Joette, peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling today? Thomas Hill is in the building, my brother. What's good, Thomas? How you feeling, bro? Sleepless, what's going on, family? Oh, yeah, Banks, that guy. That's the if y'all wonder, that song, I don't have to worry about getting a copyright for it. That's why I could play that one. You know, I've been trying to find songs that won't give me a copyright that's not overly too tough on the ears. I feel like that song is not too bad. You know what I'm saying? Not too bad. Got a nice little beat to it. I mean, you already know, bro, on it. You already know, right there with you. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. Dropped a recent album too. I don't know if you caught it, but I'm pretty sure you have because you're on point. So salute to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all punch the like button out. Just gonna have us a good boxing conversation as we always do, man. As we always do. We're gonna wrap up the week like we do. Thanks for the Bulls. You know it. You know he tuned into the boxing too. You done heard the Tank Davis references. I mean, but how y'all feeling, man? I just wonder. I seen a few things that's worth talking about. For one, it's gonna be quick, but salute to Shakur Stevenson, man, for inking his deal with Reebok. I meant to speak on this yesterday. It kind of blew past me because we got the cooking, but y'all know I'm definitely gonna salute the young king for partnering up with Reebok. Salute to Allen Iverson and Shaq as well. I think they were some of the reasons that this was able to happen. And anytime, you know, a guy, you know, this is a good thing for a fighter like him because it can only help grow his profile, right? You get what I'm saying? And the timing of it couldn't be at a better time. It's a little while before he got it, you know, his next fight. And every fight for him is going to be his biggest fight of his career. You get what I'm saying? Especially as long as he keep winning. So I think the timing of it was good. You know, me just being a fan of the sport, a supporter of these fighters, I like to see these dudes get their just due. And I think this is a sign of it. And not only that, you see they got the SS on the back. I think they about to give him his own boxing boot or his own, you know, shoe. So I think that's big, man. I think stuff like that need to be celebrated. Guys like this, you know, with this type of talent ain't always the most popular fighter. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like whenever you get any type of a push, especially by somebody like Reebok, and Reebok, they ain't that they all in with boxing, but they rocking with him. So I think that speaks volumes as, you know, the value that they see in working with this kid. And I you know, for me, it could have been anybody. It just so happened to be Shakur. I think that's dope. He said he got twig legs. My strength is in my hair. You know what I'm saying? My strength is in my hair. Man, you a fool, bro. Ant Manzano, what's good with it, Ant? He said, I'm surprised Stevenson is signed with Everlast or boxing apparel. Nah, I'm not surprised because I think this is more so not something that he seeked out. I think this is an opportunity that presented itself to him, being that he, you know, in a position that he in and he's connected with some of the people he connected to. It opened some doors for him. I think that's what it was. I think, you know, it wasn't a matter of him seeking them out or looking to land the deals more so. I ain't saying it just fell in his lap, but, you know, I'm more than sure that they probably seeked him out to do some work with him, some partnership. And I think that's always good to grow your profile, grow your brand. You know what I mean? Bring more eyes to you, especially to your fight. You get your own sneaker, your own boot. It's a big deal. D-Free, what's good with it? D-Free. Freestyle Media Sports. What's good, family? How you feeling? Great work earlier as well, man. Kind of Local Sports. Congratulations to a real one. Man, congrats. Hope you doing well over there, bro. Yeah, the boxing shoe. Yeah, they was explaining it, saying they was going to get you know, some type of boxing shoe with a stress. So maybe this is it. I'm guessing. So this could be the shoe, but that's dope. I think that's dope. You know, put his signature up in it, or his logo, should I say, the SS logo. That's pretty solid, man. I got, you know, people like me, I give people they just do. This is a reason to get his man some credit, man. I think that's dope, man. I think it's dope to see. Hendog, what it do, homie? Said the Mexican monster's doing what Canelo should have done. Man, congratulations, Kano, man. Congrats to a real one, man. Salute. Congratulations to both of y'all. Both of y'all. And y'all punch the like button. We just gonna have us a nice, cool cook. But I just wanted to shed a light on Shakur and this opportunity. I think this is good for his career and moving forward. Like I said, the timing of it is perfect because he got a fight coming up, and this could only bring more eyes to the sport. This is a positive, right? This is a good reason to have the spotlight shined on you. You know, get what I'm saying? Your hard work opened the door for you, and otherwise put you in position to be, you know, a more meaningful athlete, more visible, should I say? Put you out there more visible. You've been married for 2.2 decades. Salute to you, D1. Blessings to you, my guy. you know. But yeah, man, this was good to see. So I just wanted to salute the young Shakur Stevenson, man. Keep being great. Keep knocking down them doors, man. Keep putting yourself in position. And most importantly, just keep winning. Just keep winning. You dig. I just wanted to shed a little light on that, man. Salute to him, man. That's big for him. 22. Yeah, it's a long time. Hell yeah, it's a long time. Salute to you, D1. Salute to for you. You already I don't bite. You already came in with the wrong energy. I mean, I think the people that usually typically come to this channel understand that one of the reasons they could come here comfortably is because I'm not biased. You get what I'm saying? If you call being biased showing a guy his just due, then you clearly don't know what my channel represents. So you gotta do a better job at listening, man. That's why the good Lord gave you two ears and one mouth, man. You got to listen, man. All that typing, you know what I mean? You got to listen. This is just about giving him his credit. It wasn't about nothing else. I don't know where you could get biased from, but have at it. That's what I'm saying, Cash. They don't give shoe deals to anybody. And that's why I mentioned the fact that this don't mean that they all in with boxing, but when it pertains to him, you get what I'm saying? They all in with you know, doing some business with him. So I think that's good. And Jones in the building say he's scared of marriage. I feel, yeah, freestyle. I like it. Commercial and everything. I think it's just dope. It's good. Because again, it's not only good for him, but it's good for the sport of boxing, man. Just bring anything that brings more eyes to the sport is always a plus. Lines, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Aisha, peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling today? You already know, D1. We here, man. Congrats, and you know, best of luck to you and your son, man. Bring that dub. You get what I'm saying? Shot 305 is salute to you, man. Come in with the right energy. Talk to him. It's unbiased and ungoofy, unlike the others, man. Talk to him. Shot 305, man. Appreciate you pulling up. You see that? Just gotta listen, man. It's not hard to be, you know, unbiased. People don't want to hear somebody. You get what I'm saying? Again, the reason why I told people who my favorite fighter was, because I welcome that challenge to show you that I can have a favorite fighter and still not be biased. You get what I'm saying? Everybody get their just due over here. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I give me Edwin turn of respect. Nah, I don't know where you been at. Ant. You must have missed it, man. A lot of people giving Del Santos a real shot at beating Shakur, man. A lot of people. You already know, D1. Appreciate you, my guy. Kai Sports in the building. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, my bro? Bole, what it do, homie? Yeah, Shaq named president and AI VP. And you know, I think they facilitated that. I think they helped, you know, bring that to fruition. I think that's dope. Ricky Williams, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Bro, for building his dream home and providing for his family. You peeped that too, Rick, right? Hey, Rick, let's shout him out together, man. Salute to Bud Crawford for building that property. You know what I mean? Providing for his family. I think that's dope. A light don't get shed on it enough. You know, Cool Boy was out there giving back to the kids. I think that don't get spoken on enough. People was asking where he was at. Bro was out there giving back to those people, man. You dig? He was giving back to the good old kids, man. I like to see that, man. Salute to boxing, man. This has been a dope year. We had some down. We always gonna have some bumps in the road, but I think overall 2023 been positive, man. It's been a good year. Next gen, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? I don't bite. Said it's okay to admit it. Nah, man. I mean, look, if that's how you feel, then you can feel like that, right? It's okay. I don't argue with it. Like, if you think I'm biased, that'd be you. I think you'd be the only one. So I don't know. That math looking good. You know, it's 30 people in here. You the only one. That means 29 other people know I'm solid. So I could live with them odds.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Gonna get your just due. I don't bite. Salute to you. Shaq on Reebok. Right. It's a good look, man. Shaq show love to Shakur. They both from North. Right. Shaq and AI, man. That's a blessing to him. That's dope, man. Salute to my guy, Iplin LDTV. Blessings, family. How you feeling? Mike was good with it. Friday. You already know. Good old Friday. You know it. You know what I mean? You salute to the Queen, Miss Joette. She know it. Talk to him. I'm not talking about on YouTube, but on Twitter. Oh, yeah, I mean, you again, bro. And you always got to keep in mind, look at where the information is coming from. I call it toxic Twitter, man, aka X. It's toxic Twitter up there. People don't really care about what they say. So this is what there's no accountability on Twitter. A lot of times on social media, people just get in the comments and they look for the most, egregious or disrespectful thing they could say. And that's them. That's their contribution to the sport. They have nothing further to add than something that's negative. So up there, no disrespect to those people. I feel like in here, we diehards. Like, we just don't come in here and say anything, right? We don't do that type of stuff. I feel like on Twitter, that's what they do. Edwin De Los Santos is a live dog, man. Is he on Shakur level? If I had to answer from what I've seen, no. You know what I'm saying? Do that mean he can't win a fight? It don't mean that. It don't mean he can't find a shot, land a shot, and find a way to win. Get what I'm saying? Anything can happen in the sport. But, I think he's a solid opponent, man. You give him a fighting chance, man. He's going to try to fight back. Mm-hmm. Right, Aisha, Shaq from Jersey, too. Yeah. Only stars get shoe deals. Facts. Talk to him, Mike. You know what I mean? They seen something. They see something. You get what I'm saying? They see something. They see something. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my guy, Cash, man. You get what I'm saying? Salute to all things. Appreciate it. Greets. What it do, homie? How you feeling? Ann McQueen is in the building. I mean, you house. Edwin was with it. Jonathan, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Salute to my guy, Ann McQueen. D for the win. What's good with it, bro? Edwin was funny with it, man. In you house. I said, okay. Give him 5 stars for creativity, man. I love it. And he stood on business, and when it was time to fight, he inked that name immediately on the dotted line. That's why I respect Edwin De Los Santos, and I know Shakur respect him just for signing the contract alone before they even get in the ring. You get what I'm saying? You got to respect it, man. Dude willing to go in there and stand on what he's been talking about. I want to see it, man. I can't wait to see it, but salute to him for getting that shoe deal, man. Salute to all the fighters, man, that's making moves outside the sport to, provide for themselves and their families, man. I think it's a good thing, man. It's a beautiful thing in the sport, man. I think everyone has a higher chance of upsetting his opponent. It would be going to be a rocky boat. Rocky proved me wrong. David, he's just going to dominate Demetrius, to be honest. Maybe the second half of the fight is where he could potentially take over and possibly dominate. But I don't see him dominating the entire fight. If he do, I'll give him a ton of credit for it because it's just not something that I expect. I kind of lean towards him pulling off the win, but I don't think it will be in dominating fashion. I do think he will be tested. You know what I mean? His feet will be held to that flame. I think Demetrius Andrade will force him to go in his bag a bit and really have to fight. I think he's going to have to earn it come fight night. You get what I'm saying? I think he got the tools and the style to push the pace and make it a rough affair for Demetrius Andrade and really test those legs and his age, you know what I'm saying? But I think skillfully, Demetrius Andrade is going to be in this fight. And it's the reason I brought this fight again is because, the winner could go on to give us another meaningful fight. And, I did some reading and I seen that David Benavidez went on to say that, if he's successful in this fight, if he can't get Canelo, then he's willing to fight David Morrell. That's right up my alley, man. That's right up my speed. That's something I've been wanting to see anyway. I would love to see it. And I think as long as he stand on his business and stay true to his word, I think that's a fight we really could get because we already know Morrell is with it. He more than with it, right? And if he's to win this fight against Andrade, that's a potential next fight. I see David Morrell beating Cena Agbeko, if that's who he's fighting next. I see him beating him. What Shawn Porter say, Jonathan, what he said about him? After the video I sent you in the previous stream, we talking about. Did I react to it? Nah, I didn't. Gertz, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Jose Diaz is in the building. What's good with it, bro? I want to see it yesterday, right? You get what I'm saying, Aisha? I'm with it. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. And again, it's something we got to hold him to. You get what I'm saying? Facts. He do. He said that. He definitely said that. He said he focused on him, but he, you know, sometimes they answer those questions where they, Keller, what's good, my bro? They peek into the future a little bit. And, you know, as long as he's to be successful against Demetrius Andrade, that's a potential fight. And for me, win, lose, or draw, should be a potential fight. Because Canelo ain't gonna fight him. I truly don't believe that he going. I think he on his high horse. I just don't think he cares about fighting Benavidez. I don't think he cares what people want right now. Until I see him give us a different type of fight, then I'll think differently. But I think Canelo is gonna do what Canelo want to do. Ends up winning that fight because nope, you know what I'm saying? What I see with Benevidez, respect to him, he got quantity over quality. And I feel like when you look at David Morrell, I know he only got 9 fights, but he's quality over quantity. He don't have the number of fights that you would expect to see him with going in there against Benevidez, but I think he got some quality fights and some quality wins. And he got a version of that title that makes him in line to be able to fight anybody. It's like once you hold a version of a title, I ain't trying to hear that you ain't ready to fight somebody. And I'm pretty sure, salute to my guy Thomas, says Sparky P, what it do, homie? I'm pretty sure he feel the same way. He don't really care that he don't got the number of fights. He just want to fight. Even if he lose, I want to see it. Me too. That's what I'm saying, Aisha. Either way, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Kyle Shays is my boy name. I think it's reasonable the way he mentioned it. Rick Thames, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Doug Morrell, he'll never fight Morrell. And you know what I think, Ghost, and no disrespect to the camp, I think it'd be his pops, yo. I really do. I think David Benavidez will fight these people because I think he really want to prove himself, right? I do. I really believe that with him. And I think it'd be his pops because he be the one, you know what I mean? He got to grow his name and his profile. It wasn't Benavidez that was saying that. It was his father saying that. Canelo rather. Yeah, truth. I believe so too. I believe so too. Salute to my baby girl, Miss Just Do. How you feeling, baby girl? Yeah, man. All right, Ghost don't cut him no slack. Ghost don't like him at all. Ghost don't like that, man. But I believe he a real fighter, though. Yeah, I do. You see the fights that he's taking, it's hard to knock him for it, right? He took the Caleb Plant fight. I respected that for sure. We see how that played out. That was a tough fight for him. It wasn't exactly easy. Now he turned around. He take a Demetrius Andrade fight where a lot of people ain't necessarily knocking down his door either, right? So I can respect the fights that he taken, which is why I believe that he'll be willing to fight a Morrell. Now, you know, I think that'll be a tough fight for him, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Morrell really like that, man. I think he could fight, he could box, he could move. And I ain't seen too many places in the ring where he's uncomfortable. And I think that matters. That speaks volumes for a guy that only has 9 professional fights. Nah, I'm with you, Ghost. I'm with you. That's why I said it's his team. You get what I'm saying? I blame it more so on the team than David. You get what I'm saying? I think David a fighter. You get what I'm saying? I think the team be pulling, you know, little moves behind the scenes. Remo, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, Aisha, he initially turned it down, and I think he's still in line potentially to be his opponent for this next fight, December 16th at Becco. That's why I rock with you, man, because you be on point, man. You be on point. That is a fact. He did turn Morrell down, or he did initially. So I'm hearing that he potentially could be the opponent for him, still in line for this upcoming fight. So if he is, you know, Morrell gonna smoke him, man. He gonna smoke him for pulling out and prolonging his ass whipping, because that's all he did. I think Morrell about the style on him, man. That kid just can fight, and him and Ronnie Shields, they work magic together, man. They work magic together. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm with you, Ghost. I can't wait to see that. November 25th. We got a good one, bro. Absolutely. And I could see him going to 175. LaMarcus, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? I could see him going to 175. He go to 175. Look, he said he had like 3 more fights or something like that at 68, and one of them was Caleb Plant. I think 2 would be Andrade, and he's saying one more fight after that. You know, if he's to be successful, and then he was talking about going to 75. So I'm with it. What's good with it, LaMarcus? Team and fighter are one and the same as far as I see it. I get that sleepless. I get why you would say it, bro. A lot of people say that, but it's for me, it's like that's what your team is for sometimes. Unfortunately, like to save you, fortunately, should I say, to save you from yourself. And I'm not saying Benavidez need to be saved from himself, but I feel like I feel like I see a fighter that will be willing to take these chances, and I just don't get the exact same feeling with his team because they be double talking. You get what I'm saying? I got you, Jonathan. I punched the like button for me, man. Shawn Porter called the drunken master. I got you. I got you. Did y'all see these dudes rating themselves? DEMETRIUS, Andrade, yeah, man. Well, so, did I miss my brother William Old School? Salute to my brother William Old School in the building. What's good, Will? How you feeling, bro? He always welcome to come up here and build with the family. That's my guy right there. Flawless Mentality, Dr. Mark. Salute to the OG. How you feeling, my brother? Appreciate you stopping through. And salute to my guy, Mike Kirkland, putting that color in the chat. Much love and appreciation, Mike. He said for the good boxing talk. Absolutely, fam.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to my guy, Mike. Yeah, Ghost, I know you lobbying for your guy. Looking, you made me a believer. I believe you when you said Morrell, one of them guys, bro. I believe you. I'm saying I'm a believer of David Morrell and his skills. I see you, Jonathan. Appreciate that, bro. I could play that. I can play that. Did y'all catch that little clip with DEMETRIUS, Andrade, and Benevidez rating each other? They're rating each other's skills. I'm gonna play it, man. I'm gonna play the audio just so PBC don't give me no copyright. I thought this was pretty interesting.
I'll say he has a 7 for speed. He has good speed.
He got good speed, really good speed. 1 to 10, he's one of the fastest 168 pounders out there. So give him a 10.
Probably like 7 as well. He has good condition.
He's a guy that starts off slow but can finish strong. I'll give him a 10.
Punch resistance. I haven't seen him in there with a big puncher like that before, but I mean, I say it's as of now, he's held up pretty well, so about 8.
He throws a lot of punches. From round 1 to round 12, so I give him 10.
They rate
power. I think his power is at a 5.
Man, you slayed him.
He definitely has some good power. He got a few knockouts. He's not a one-shot type guy knockout, but he does do whatever. So I give him give him 8, 7 around that power.
Grit,
Grit crazy.
Probably 5.
Grit. We don't really know the grit, but it seems like he has grit, of course. But you really don't know until somebody like myself really challenge him by hitting with certain shots and stuff like that. But overall, he does show he has grit. So give him a 10.
His footwork, he has good footwork. So
Boo, like shout out. Boo, are giving 10s away.
Give him 2. David, okay?
His defense is pretty good too. Like 7.
Yeah, 2.
His ring IQ is good as well. Probably like a 7.
I think he's getting overall better. I think he's around like a 5 now.
His resume, I don't think his resume has anything to do with him because he doesn't really have too much big fighters on his resume, but he's been hungry. He's been wanting to fight people. He just hasn't got the opportunity, just like how I did my last fight. So I don't think the resume has anything to do with it. He's a great fighter.
That's
so
a good answer.
We're expecting him to look good in the fight, and that's what I'm preparing for. I'm preparing for a great fighter.
I don't really know. I don't really have followed him like that in all his fights, but I know he done fought some good, solid guys, to get in the ring with anybody in his caliber, my caliber. It ain't easy stepping in the ring. So, I mean, at the end of the day, every step is to be better. So I give him a 10.
Man, I'm gonna screenshot that picture, man. I'm gonna pull this picture up so y'all can see what they rated each other, man. These dudes rated. Salute to my bro Behind the Hands TV, and y'all go tap in if y'all want another unbiased channel where you don't even got his opinion. You get raw, real, authentic, original boxing content. Trust me. Salute to my guy. He said, just because it ain't no bias here. See that? Salute to my guy. Much love and appreciation.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to my guy, man. Behind the Hands TV. What they sitting in front of each other saying, and now they had it like a split screen, Remo. They had them like split screen, giving their answers. And I don't know what y'all think about it, man. What y'all think about them rating each other, man? I thought that was interesting, man. I thought that was a good, nice little touch for an upcoming fight. You know what I mean? For them to sit there and rate each other. I think Boo Boo was being very generous with some of his ratings, but it is what it is. And I know y'all said I think their styles gonna match up. Miss Joyce said, how do I think their styles gonna match up? For me, it could end up being a tale of two different fights. Not the same exact fight that Caleb Plant and him had, but I think similar. I think that's where Boo Boo could be his most successful because he's usually a fast starter. And with the skill set, I think, and his style, I think he could create some openings early in the fight that he could take advantage of with Benavidez. I think as the fight wear on is where it kind of get tricky at, where fatigue start to settle in and it start to, your defense start to slip a little bit, your technique start to waver a bit. You get what I'm saying? Natural fatigue starts settling in, you get a little different in there. And I think it's very important for Boo Boo to control the pace if he want to be successful, because of David Benavidez is allowed to set his pace, and he want to throw. He want to come forward and throw a lot of punches. So it's going to be important for Boo Boo to try to nullify some of that, you know what I'm saying, by controlling the pace of his own, controlling the distance and range, getting his shots off, not getting greedy, making David work for it, not standing right in front of him. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Being able to exit when he get close, man, tie him up when it's necessary. It's a number of different things Boo Boo could do to be successful. And it's not impossible, but I see it being a definitely a very competitive fight for the first half of the fighter. So, you know what I mean? That second half is where Benavidez like to come on strong. And if he's allowed to do that, then we're going to see something similar to what we've seen in the Caleb Plant fight. You get what I'm saying? If you slow down, he will continue to push the pace and try to wear you down and get you out of there if he could. I think Andrade will catch him like Plant did. It is possible, Aisha. That's why I say I'm not counting this man out. It ain't like Boo Boo ain't undefeated too. He undefeated too. I think people just count him out because of the age and different things like that. Maybe the size disadvantage that people feel like he at. But this is the thing that I'm not hearing people talk about. He's not at a skill disadvantage. And that's very important. I don't think he's at an IQ disadvantage. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? He's not at a skill disadvantage. That's very important, man. So he got to find a way, man. It's simple. It's not going to be an easy fight, but what fight at this level is supposed to be easy? You get what I'm saying? He's going to have to bring it, bro. He's going to have to be the very best version of himself. And I'm going to say this, the very best version of Boo Boo definitely gives the best version of David Benavidez a hell of a fight, if not outright beats him. And the reason I'm just, going there with it, because I feel like that's what he's going to have to be. One of the best versions of himself to go in here and be successful in this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at it like that. The very best version of it, Boo Boo Andrade can give the very best version of David Benavidez a run for his money, if not beat him. And that's real to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Salute to Flawless Mentality. Appreciate that, OG. You will appreciate the content for sure. Appreciate that. First 4 to 7 might be competitive. That's what I'm saying. Sleepless early. Like if Andrade slows down, I think that's where Benavidez picks up the pace, and that's where he starts to be successful. But again, we've seen it in that Caleb Plant fight. When Caleb Plant had gas in the tank, it was a very different fight. It was very challenging, and it was a bit of a puzzle for Benavidez. So I believe Andrade can give him some of those same looks. They're not exactly the same fighter, but I feel like he can give him some of those same looks that will create some of the same openings that it did for Caleb Plant. It's about maintaining whatever pace that he set out. He has to maintain it. He can't find himself gassing. Now, people say he gas out in fights. I don't think he gas out, but I do think sometimes because he starts so fast, it's easy to see once he starts to taper down and slow down a bit. So that's something he's going to have to be very wary and cautious of going into this fight. you definitely don't want to shoot your load too early with no David Benavidez and find yourself short on gas in the second half of a fight. I'm telling you, it could be all bad. So controlling the pace is going to be very important, and being able to maintain said pace throughout the fight, man, because make no mistakes, you got a young guy in Benevidez that just constantly want to bring it. So you get what I'm saying? You got to at least come in there with a full tank. You get what I'm saying? You can't come in there with a quarter tank of gas missing, bro. It's just not going to work out for you. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be prepared. So again, he might be at a size disadvantage. Get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He might be a little older. I get that. Might be a disadvantage there, but he's not at a skill disadvantage, and I think that's important. So he has to be in a physical condition that to be able to execute and pull the trigger when necessary, man. So again, for the people that's feeling like he's just gonna get dominated, I'll say this: I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. It's very well, but it's a possibility he could go in there and Benavidez find a way to dominate him. But I will put this out there: that will be the first time you've ever seen that. I just want to make that clear. You've never seen that in the 30+ fights that this man had. You've never seen nobody dominate him. So if Benavidez was to be able to do that, I think that would be a feather in his cap. Not just win, but dominate him. So I just don't know if he's going to go in there and dominate him per se, right? But I do think he will have his opportunities to be successful. I think he's a lot more youthful, obviously. He's looked like the stronger fighter, obviously the bigger guy. He's a guy that easily could be up at light heavyweight. Some say cruiserweight, right? So definitely dealing with a bigger guy, but I think, size is not the end all be all. I think the way Benavidez fights, he tries to impose his will on you. That's the way he fights. But again, Andrade, if his legs are together, he does have the ability to get in and out and get his and get up out of there. And he's not the easiest guy to hit. If you just look at the statistics, they speak for themselves when it comes to DEMETRIUS Andrade. He's not the easiest guy to hit. And it's been proven. So it ain't me just saying it. Like, if you look, you probably be surprised at how much or how good he is defensively. If you look at the numbers. So he's just one of those dudes. He one of them. So let's see what he's able to do with a guy that wants to push the pace and pose his will and throw a lot of punches. Again, man, if he's not in the fire, then it's going to be harder for him to get burnt. And what I mean is, you can't be in his punch radius where he likes to get off those 5, 6, 7 punch combinations and really dig into you. You can't allow that. You can't stand in front of him that long. You got to get his dude different looks. Definitely will be wise of you to try to set traps, catch this guy coming in all balanced, similar to how Ronald Gavril caught him. You know what I mean? Maybe you catch him early, how DEMETRIUS Andrade is known to do. Maybe shake him up, catch a quick knockdown or something. Maybe you change the landscape of the fight. Anything is possible, but he just want to avoid any situation where he's standing right in front of this dude. Get what I'm saying? And he has to prepare for a heavy jab, because that's going to be part of his arsenal for sure. And he got to be wary of the body shots. Some people think that he ain't the best to the body. I say we'll see when he get in there with Benevidez and what he's able to do. Anthony, salute, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute to my guy behind the hands. Go against a volume guy. You're done. Yeah, it get difficult, Sleepless, but the most important thing, bro, it's not impossible for a volume guy to, be neutralized to some degree. And what I'm saying is, you really have to have the feet for it. You get what I'm saying? You got to really be able to control the distance, range, and understand how to slow the fight down. And that's what you got to do with a Benevidez. You can't just be right in front of him. You can't be in this guy's radius. And he's a pretty long dude too. So he's not going to be easy to deal with. But again, Andrade has some obvious advantages, and some of those are physical. But I think when it comes down to it, skillfully, I think he right where he need to be. Ashley's corner was good with it. Cuzzo, how you feeling? Actually, soon David's going to be able to pour it on in the second half. But I'm curious to see if Boo Boo's patting his stab, can put some water in the basement. I'm telling you, Ant, slow, take some air out of them tires a little bit. Caleb Plant was able to land a couple of them, I believe, in that fight. And he kind of gives that up, Ant, because he got a tendency to have that, I don't know if you want to call it like a high guard. You know what I mean? Benavidez like to go in and look that little tuck and cover up. You know what I'm saying? So there will be openings for Andrade, but it's about consistency and being able to maintain said offense against this guy, because he's going to be looking to make it a fight. You get what I'm saying? And you, DEMETRIUS Andrade, you got to keep it a boxing match. You got to box this guy, because I think that's where most of your advantages lie. When you're able to think in there, pick your shots, move, get in and out. You get what I'm saying? Throw those little awkward shots that people think you don't know what you're doing, but you really do. There's those shots that people think are sloppy. You've been an expert at being able to, master landing those awkward, funny looking shots. And I'm telling you, I can see some things working for him. It's just about his conditioning that he's going to be in. That's very important for me because of the young physical specimen that David Benavidez is going to be looking to be on fight night. He's going to try to impose himself on you. He's not going to be looking to let you sit back there and have your way. So you just got to be prepared that this guy's going to be trying to push the pace. And when you land, you got to make it count. And I do believe he hits a bit harder than Caleb Plant. So, I mean, look, Caleb Plant was able to put a little bit on his mind early. It just wasn't enough, right, to keep him honest. But I think Demetrius Andrade got the potential to do a little bit more than put something on his mind. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he high guard. You get what I'm saying? Hey, throw that little high guard and tuck a little bit. He give up body shots a bit too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta act like Boo Boo wasn't an Olympian, the greatest fighter to come out of Rhode Island. Talk to him, man. And that's real talk, man. And I'm telling you. And that people might not think that's saying something, but it is. The dude can flat out fight. That's why I say, like, him getting dominated is not impossible, y'all. I want to put that out there. But it is a very good chance that he can get his guy the toughest fight he ever had. And it's a good question. Or could they both be the best guy that each other has been in there with to date? Which is why this would make this even more of a 50-50 type of affair, if that's being fair to the fight. You get what I'm saying? You look over there, could you say Benavidez is the best guy that Andre been in there with? And then when you look over there at David, could you say that, you know what I mean? Boo Boo is the best guy he's been in there with? That's a good question right there. David midsection, he's a fat boy at heart. My question is, how much more power does Boo Boo have versus Plant to back up? Yeah, man, you David, right. I'm with you, Remo. I think he got a little bit more, man. Yeah, nah, he's sleepless. He be trying to push the pace, bro. Yeah, David don't be trying to let you breathe, yo. So you got to be ready for that. You got to be ready, man. Got to be ready. Got to. Not only that, Boo Boo, Plant had two different style of footwork. Plant is a bit more of a cyclist. Heavy on the L step. Boo Boo is more of a pivot step over kind of guy. Footwork wise, man, that's an excellent breakdown. Excellent breakdown. I agree. And I think to be honest, and now I'm follow me. I think with the style in which Boo Boo uses his footwork, expends less energy to me. Seems like Caleb Plant with that, like you said, like that cyclist kind of, you get what I'm saying, type of style. I think that burns more energy. And I think where Boo Boo, the way he utilizes his footwork allows him to be able to set up shots more. It allows him to still be offensive, whereas the biggest part of Caleb Plant's game is his movement, right? But I think when he's moving, the way he uses it doesn't allow him to be as offensive. I think when it's with Boo Boo, he still will find himself in range to be able to get off certain shots. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to expending so much energy just focusing on moving and staying away. You know what I'm saying? I think that's that's what makes them different. And that's what could make Boo Boo tricky and a little more dangerous in areas too. Is his footwork don't just completely always take him out of position to be able to get something off. And he could be a bit of I don't know which word you want to use, awkward or unorthodox or a little bit of both. Like, you know what I mean? It just ain't your conventional shot sometimes that he throws. You know what I'm saying? Boo Boo could be a little, you know what I mean, strange in there, a little different. He definitely got style of his own for sure, man. So I want to see the best fight possible. That's why I want to see these dudes in the best shape possible so we can see the best fight possible. Benavidez has never seen a smarter southpaw. Andre has never fought a monster. Man, you see what I'm saying? And that's why I say, man, could it be that these dudes both, getting in there with something that they've never really seen before or had to deal with when you really add it up? And I think that would be exactly what my bro is saying. I agree, man. So that's what makes this that 50-50 type of affair. Let's see. What is it going to be, the monster? You know what I mean? Mexican monster, or is it going to be is me again? You know what I'm saying? I was on the counter effectively getting out the way. Shots while being in proximity to counter. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to, being out of position to throw any shots because you're just focusing heavily on getting away. And while you're doing that and not being offensive, you're expending a lot of energy, you're burning a lot of energy. And then when you get to that back half of the fight, you kind of hit that wall, and that second half ain't good to you. And then you become more of a at risk to get knocked out or something. I love Boo Boo's style of fighting. Yeah, Miss Joette, man, I rock with Boo Boo, man. I do, man. I do. And playing is on the back foot a lot. Boo Boo is more perpetual. You get what I'm saying? And more still in position to deliver his offense and be effective within his own right. Whereas, again, Caleb Plant, that moving is cool, but it burns a lot of energy. Brandon, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. And be low and throw high, throws punches out of the typical sequence. I'm telling you, man, just a little different. Just where Boo's power ain't enough to hurt David. I get you, Miss Joette. For me, I just look at it like hurting a guy is always good. Being able to hurt a guy, like you almost damn near need that, right? But I think what's more important is he definitely needs to be respected. You get what I'm saying? I think whatever he's throwing, you don't want a guy like Benavidez treating you like on some Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers type deal where you just keep coming forward as you hitting him. You want to be able to at least gain his respect, is what I'm saying, and allow that to be evident that he exactly don't want to walk in your wheelhouse and walk you down. And something tells me, like, with the right preparation, man, I think Boo Boo can do that. You know what I'm saying? I think with the right game plan, I think he can present that level of issue for him. You get what I'm saying? Where he's just not necessarily wanting to walk in there, because that's an important element, man. Like you to be able to gain that man's respect is important. You get what I'm saying? And really put something, not just put something on his mind, but really give him something to think about. You know what I mean? Boo was so awkward because he's a right-handed southpaw. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. Talk to him. Telling you, man, he got a bag. He got a bag that I think if he get all the way in it, we could say that it ain't one that Benavidez has necessarily seen before. But it is about execution and again, I can't stress it enough, being physically in the right shape to go out there and perform at the highest level. That's what DEMETRIUS Andrade need for November 25th for sure. Remo said the best part about the fight is David wants to get back on top of the hill, and Boo taking advantage of the opportunity that seemed to evade him for years. You get what I'm saying? It's a good story, man. It's a good story. He really can't slip though. He can't fall, man. He gotta his legs gotta be together in this fight. You get what I'm saying? His legs gotta be together. His mental gotta be right. Facts, man. I'm with you, Remo. And that's what, that's why I like this fight for him, man, because that's where he at with it. He taking advantage of an opportunity that's evaded him for quite some time for one reason or another. Biggest turn for David is footwork. So clip him training with the resistance bands and keep his feet balanced. Curious to see if it translates. Right. Rolly, what it do, homie? How you feeling? And that's a good point. Ant. Wonder is he gonna get that together? I wonder what his improvement with his feet gonna be like going into this fight. And how much emphasis and focus they put on it in training camp. He looked big. I don't know if it's just me. He looked kind of big, man. He looked kind of big right now. I don't know the last time I seen him. Maybe I'm tripping. Preference of individual judges should be examined for this fight. Oh, man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, Bole, because we just want to see a clean one. We want to see a clean fight. And I'm telling you, I think a lot of people are counting DEMETRIUS Andrade out, man. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily count him out. You know what I'm saying? But I know this is going to be a tough fight, I think, for both guys, for sure. They're going to be tested, man. And what's the name of Test Your Will, bro? Salute to the Queen Aisha in the Cash App. Much love and appreciation. Always supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
That was to the Queen Aisha. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So for me, it's going, man. As long as we get a clean fight, man, I think Boo Boo is going to prepare itself. I was talking to one of my bros, and he he seems to think that Boo Boo might have put on too much weight. I got you, John. He seemed to think he put on too much muscle, possibly, but I don't think so. I think what he's seeing is a guy that's possibly acclimating correctly in the right way to a weight class. So I think Boo Boo, at the very least, I think he looked healthy. I think he looked strong. He looked fit at the weight. You get what I'm saying? He looked solid. So that's what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? You want to see a guy be on point like that. And I think he acclimated pretty damn well, man. I got you. I'm gonna get to it. Definitely. Seattle Rick is in the building. What's good, bro? How you feeling, man? Team Benavidez. I know you rocking with your boys heavy, man. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. You know, David Balance kind of been iffy. Yeah, I want to see Joe. What's good with it, man? He said, I got Boo Boo shocking the world. It's me again. Tell him, Joe. Let me play this clip that your bro sent me, man. I'm gonna get my thoughts on it. This is Shawn Porter on the Porter Way podcast, and he spoke on
that style is weird. You sparred Boo Boo before.
Yeah.
It's just like what is this? What is this?
I fought Boo Boo twice.
Where's he from, Rhode Island?
I told the story, right?
Yeah, he whooped you.
No. Did I tell the second story about when I beat him? All right, so here's the quick story. Yeah, here's the quickest story. First time we met each other was we were 16 years old. I'm gonna tell the story as quick as possible. In the quarterfinals, I knocked out my guy in the first or second round, and I went over to his ring to watch him fight his guy. And the whole fight, I'm watching, and I know he's winning this fight. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because he fights. This is how you beat Shawn Porter. Is
the way he fights. Yeah.
Right. And so the other dude got his hand raised. Dude got a gift. I'm like, all right, bet, cool. Yeah. Gonna knock dude out. I win the tournament. Yeah. So we stay down there for a week of a camp, and then they bring in a couple of other countries, and we do an international tournament. Jay. They keep the number 1 and number 2 guy down there because I knocked out both the other guys. He gets to stay down there.
Hardcore boxing.
He stays down. Brother. He does the camp. Good, we never spar nothing like
How you
that.
Feeling, bro?
But the first fight, I draw Boo Boo. You got like 5 other countries there, and I draw Boo Boo. Fight went exactly how I knew it was gonna go. Uh-huh. He just countered my pressure, speed, turned the whole 9, and it was a wrap. Mm-hmm. So now I'm looking at this dude like he the best thing in America, and he goes on to win into the men's, and he's winning tournaments in the men's, and he won the Golden Gloves, and he won the U.S. Championships, and I'm like behind because I'm getting to the nationals, but I ain't winning, and I'm watching him do his thing. So we get to the nationals and we draw each other in the semis or the finals. And between 16 and 18, there was only one person that beat him. Mm-hmm. I went to that dude and asked him, "Yo, how'd you beat Boo Boo?" He told me how he beat Boo Boo. I went in the ring, 4 2-minute rounds. My dad yelling at me after every round. "What are you doing? You got to pressure him. You got to do this.
You ain't doing what I'm telling you."
I knew the pressure. I knew that wasn't going to get the job done.
Hey, so you and your dad trained the game plan. But you had, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You hard-headed, boy.
Hard-headed.
Why you just, your dad ain't going for
it. And I ended up beating by 2 points.
So what do your dad say when you do stuff like that?
After the fight,
and now I know that's interesting. Good stuff, Jonathan. Good stuff, bro.
Because my dad, all the yelling he was doing after every round, right?
Live it.
Yeah. We go to the hotel. We done for the night, and everything is calmed down, right? And my dad would have a grown man conversation with me. So,
yeah, he beat Boo Boo the second time.
What was going on? Why weren't you doing what I asked you to do?
And he pulled the chair up to you.
Yeah, I know. And so I told him, I said, "Look, man, I asked. Shout out to Brad Solomon, great guy, great fighter. I don't think he's active anymore, but he had a small run in the pros. Check him out, y'all. But I said, Brad, the only one to beat Boo Boo. And so I asked Brad how to beat him, and he told me, and that's what I did. He said, "Okay, you asked Brad."
That's crazy.
He said, "Well, you got that out of your system because we got to win this championship tomorrow." Of course, we went on to do that. So Boo Boo is very, very hard to beat. You have to game plan for Boo Boo. You have to game plan for what I consider to be the nonsense because he throws punches off angles. When he's elite, he can move and punch at the same time. Not a lot of fighters can. You got the typical check hook.
Yes.
But you like the drunken master almost when he's elite.
Yeah.
and on top of his shit.
Yeah,
you see this like drunken master, like I'm everywhere doing stuff that
Benavidez better not let him build up his confidence.
Yeah, I mean,
when he gets comfortable,
yeah,
he owns his shit.
Yeah.
Nice. That was nice, man. Y'all smash that like button for you, bro, man. That was nice. He said some very interesting things in there, and hey, look, like let's just call it what it is. Like just hearing that, right? And we know what kind of phonetic, pace that Shawn Porter likes to fight at, how rough and aggressive he likes to fight and make the fight, just one of those ugly type of affairs. That didn't work with Boo Boo. So this pressure fighter bringing that pressure, he basically said the pressure don't necessarily work with him. So that's not the end all be all. And again, it's about Boo Boo having his legs together and being in a physical condition to be able to go out there and perform. I'm telling you, I think he's acclimating pretty damn well to this weight class, and we could see a damn good fight. I'm not guaranteeing that he wins, but I think we're going to see a damn good fight is what I'm saying, y'all. I think we'll see a damn good fight between these dudes. I just say don't count Boo Boo all the way out. It's interesting that, that pressure that Shawn Porter brings that usually drowns everybody, right? That he beats. Just didn't work against the Boo Boo. It's crazy that he had to go outside himself and go outside of his dad to a whole nother fighter that asked him how did he beat Boo Boo and went in there and emulated what dude told him, and it worked for him. It's crazy. Edgar Chavez jersey is in the building. What's good with my bro? How you feeling, man? And see Boo Boo's power and stamina getting the job done. That's why we ask for the big fights to see what happens. Yeah, Sleepers, I'm with you. That's where my concern is at too. That's why you keep hearing me saying conditioning. He said bar, bro. B, what's good, bro? He said I agree, definitely should be a good scrap. It should be, man. I just want to see this dude be in the best shape possible so we can see that type of fight. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Which version of Porter showed up? I'll tell you, the first time he fought him, his regular style showed up, right? But then that wasn't enough. He had to switch styles up to beat this guy. I think that was interesting. Southwest Dice, what it do on me? How you feeling? Salute to him, dog. Yeah, that all depends. Absolutely, for sure. Another aspect of this fight, Jose Benavidez on the card as well. If Jose gets his ass beat, I would affect David and Jose Sr. Right. I didn't even think about that, though. I knew he was on there, but I didn't think like that. Grind Hard Sports Nation, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? So yeah, man, that's interesting to hear from Shawn Porter. So what I got from that too, I'll say this: that's not the end all be all, because he said that, right? David Benavidez is still a much different fighter than he is, right? But just to hear him say like just pressure overall, Boo Boo can deal with that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna just be the end all be all just because you bring in pressure, right? So I ain't saying that's all David Benavidez got, but that's a big staple to his offense, being this pressure fighter that's, trying to impose his will and get in your wheelhouse and drown you. You know what I mean? Outwork you and drown you. You know what I mean? Overwhelm you, outwork you and drown you. And it got to be up for Boo Boo, got to be up for the challenge, man. It does not allow him to go in there and do this type of stuff. Jose's fighting Jamal, so most likely will be catching the F. Right. Andy Reeves is winner about to have an Antoine mandatory. I got a little clip that I'm gonna play from Antoine too. He did like a short interview on the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer. Let me I see my boy ask me about Shakur bringing Lara in to spar with him. And you know what? I ain't even surprised. I mean, this is just how this young kid is. He's competitive, regardless of what people think Lara is or ain't at this point in his career. It's still always great work and experience for a young fighter like this. It ain't like, when they going into sparring, he's going in there to try to knock Arizlandi Lara head off. They will be going in there to work, much like this sparring clip that I'm about to pull up from him and Richardson Hitchens that people was making a big fuss about. And it's always good work. These dudes be going in there with the intent to work with each other, not beat each other down. You can't learn if you going in there just trying to beat everybody down. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what the young boy is about, man. You've seen him work with guys before. You see him getting his work in with Lara, man. Lara's another, vet. Paul. I think it's a good look for him. And it just shows you that this man is always staying on top of his craft, sharpening his sword, man. That's how you stay sharp. You need to be focused like this at all times. Yeah, y'all smashed. They're like, but for your boy, does Brandon Lee have a fight lined up? I'm not sure. I ain't hear much about. I ain't hear his name in a little bit, bro. Brandon Lee. I wonder what's good with him. Ever since he survived that damn scare, man, when I thought he almost got his head knocked off his shoulders. Man, that man almost got his head punched in the center row somewhere. I'm like, sheesh, bro, about to get his ass head punched in the center row somewhere, bro. But we gonna see, man. I'll look into it, man, but I ain't hear nothing about it, Brandon Lee, in a little bit. We got action. We got action. It's this little sparring clip, Hitchens and Shakur, that people was asking me, did I see Edwin? I just do named Claudio Morrell in camp, and I watched him. He actually put you in the mind of more offensive minded. Shakur with a little more power, but less defense and IQ. Yeah, I know Claudio Morrell. He got his ass touched up a few times. I think Edwin getting some solid work with some of the. I think I seen Hector Garcia over there with him. Yeah, a couple of the good solid Dominican fighters over there fighting with him. So I think he getting some good work in too. Edwin De Los Santos. I heard Brandon Lee is now with Al. Right. I know these two fighting each other got to be aggravating. They both got good defense. Hitchens, nice carry. Little sparring clip. I like to see him doing this, man. This is how you stay sharp, man. You don't run from the smoke, you got to run to it. And this dude always want to fight. He always want to spar. He always run it down on people trying to spar. That's how he ended up getting beat up by Bud. Trying to run. Shakur always want to spar somebody. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's what got his ass kicked. Lee was with Cameron Duncan previously. Appreciate that, Bole. This was Hitchens and Shakur, Rome. Salute to Rome. What's good with it, family? How you feeling? Yeah, man. I think Brandon Lee is still a good fighter, man. He showed me something, man, being able to survive that knockdown like that, because I thought he was finished. And not only did he survive the knockdown when he got up, he didn't fight the rest of the fight timid. He stayed solid. He stayed down and he kept fighting. And I liked his execution. He won every round after the knockdown. That was the only round that he lost when he got knocked down in. So I appreciated that performance on his days off running the spar middleweights. Right. Yeah. I think they was working on something in here next gen. They was talking about, I seen them in the comments talking just a little bit, playing with each other. I think they was both working on something. And he said Hitchens only posted his part when he was doing good. This is why he can't get fights now. Right, hardcore. They like keep coming to people jibs and coming to the jib, beat people up. They like, man, nah, I'm not fighting him. Bro be wanting to work and he'd take it for free too. That's crazy, man. Salute to Richardson, Hitchens, and Shakur, man. I appreciate fighters like Richardson, Hitchens, the Keyshawn Davises of the world, the Terrence Bud Crawfords of the world, because they help keep a fighter like this sharp and grounded, man, because these dudes can fight too. You get what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it, these dudes can fight. Yeah, they was working on opposite stances, right? Orthodox, Hitchens, southpaw. He said to Shakur, now you're a better southpaw now. I mean, a better orthodox fighter. He says you're orthodox crazy now. Something like that. Trying to get his power punch and talents up probably, man. I'm telling you, Rome, he I think he's gonna be looking to try to put on a show if where the opportunity presents itself. I see it. I'm saying Shakur Meeks would be offensive to me. Imagine him getting busy and then keep making that sound. Facts. And my bro in here done seen it personally. Quay, my bro in here done seen it firsthand. He done seen it firsthand. Him going in there with guys 2-3 times his size, man. Doing, giving dudes work. So it's always fun to see. This is how you stay on top of your game, though, for real. It's how you stay sharp. You know what I mean? You get in there with other guys that's top notch. And I've been saying this for years. Hitchens is one of the better fighters in boxing, man. Skills is top notch, man. This kid really can fight. His defense is sharp. He don't get hit a lot. He got a good offensive arsenal when he get in his bag. So, people just, they criticize him for not being a finisher, a closer. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's something you could just try to work on over time and get better at. And I think as long as he keep doing that, you know what I mean, he'll be all right. He'll be all right, man. He'll be all right. Before her queen in here. And I got something else, y'all, from Gary Antoine Russell, man, that it's just good to hear back from him because we ain't heard from Gary Antoine Russell in a minute, right? We ain't heard from him in a minute. This was the most recent time I heard from Mr. Gary Antoine, man. Hold on, let me get to it, man. Let me get to it. We did a little short interview. Mr. Gary said the forehead queen is in here. Right, we've been wanting to hear from Gary Antoine for some time, right? Aisha, man, we like, man, what's up with Gary A? Hold on, make sure I don't.
Gary, it's been a while. How are you? How is the entire Russell family doing?
Oh, man, we always trying to get traction, always trying to stay ongoing. But for the most part, we're fine. We're fine.
That's good to hear. Are you in the gym when you don't have a fight scheduled? I know you guys are gym rats.
Definitely. Stay ready, so we're going to have to get ready.
Right.
As of now, it's nothing that's set in stone because in the years coming up, and I would think that's like last second if they were to throw something together. We wouldn't mind at all, but definitely it's nothing that's been discussed on a date. As a matter of fact, this.
Right, Alicia, you got to get to it.
So you're ranked number 2 by the WBC, below number 1 Sandor Martin. Is that the fight that you want?
Sandor Martin.
No.
He's ranked number 1 by the WBC.
No, I wanted a title holder. I want a title holder. I'm not going for anybody that has no type of belt at all. If I have to, then let it be a number 1 or a tune-up. And my next fight that I go at will be someone with a title. Like I've been looking at the guy, IBF. Matias, yeah. Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah.
I want all his titles. I've been telling everybody, IBF.
Matias?
I want to say Matias, yeah.
There y'all go.
Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah.
I want all his titles.
People been wanting people to say his name.
To clean out my division. That's my goal. Clean the division up. And then I can go do some catch weights and move up, etc.
I'm glad you brought up Matias. We're going to get to him in a second. I mean,
Matias.
The division right now
that's the name people been wanting to hear.
You got
Gary don't want. We just pausing for a second. Gary don't want. He don't want no tune-up type fights. He don't want to play around with no Sandor Martins. Like we all feel like he'll beat that guy anyway. Let's be honest. Like you give him anything could happen in the fight, but let's be honest. We really lean towards Gary Antoine Russell beating him up. So do we really need to see that, or would we rather see him pursue a fight with Matias? Now, I ain't saying he gets it right away, but it's good to know this is where his head is at. And I know he's been hearing the noise ever since they pulled back from that title opportunity, you know what I mean, a little while ago. So It's good to hear this straight from the horse's mouth. It's good to hear him. Nobody putting a batter in his back. You say, Matias, I want to see it. Get in there with him, man. I love to see it. He went straight. Yeah, he want to get straight to it, man. Let him get straight to it. He already was right there. And I said this before, right when I heard that, I read that his team was, it pretty much was a team decision. It wasn't him pulling out a no title shot. If his team seen that, they seen some things in that Ramses Bartholomew fight that they needed to tighten up on before they took a title shot, and they felt like he needed maybe another fight or two before that. I think that can only make him a better fighter. That makes your team a real team. You get what I'm saying? Them having the wherewithal or the patience to be like, you know what? We know we got an opportunity at this title. Yeah, we more than likely can beat this dude, but you know what? I would much rather sharpen up on some things first. Let's get another fight, maybe 2 in, maybe just the 1. And then we get right back to it. And I think that's what you're seeing. He went out there and he dusted the last guy off with ease, relative ease, didn't take no punishment. He did what Gary Antoine Russell typically do. So hearing this is just refreshing because you ain't heard from him in a while. And I want to see him get this shot. Everybody want to see somebody fight Matias. Nobody's really calling his name right? So it's good to hear Gary Antoine say it because with their styles, man, that's must-see TV. That's must-see TV. I pay for that any day of the week, man. I just want to see this dude get his just due because I feel like he one of them, and he is still undefeated, and he knocking all these dudes out. Let him get the chance to go in there with another KO artist in Matias and see who come out on top. So I think Gary Antoine got a bit more than what meets the eye. I think he got more than just pressure. You know what I'm saying? I think he can box too. I think he just got to be put in a fight where he gonna really show that. Yeah, Francis was bad as Rolly. Right.
Title against Devin Haney. Well, first thing first, who do you think wins that and why?
I think Devin Haney gonna win because he's good on his feet. He got good feet work. He done been through some wars that done basically tested his chin and his manhood, So and he came out strong. He got kinks in his armor just as well as Regis Prograde, but I believe Regis Prograde, he's going to come with one mindset and that's trying to knock him out. And if he come with that, that's not going to work. Devin Haney going to be prepared for him to just do just that,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50 fight, though. Don't get me wrong. It's a 50-50 fight because Regis Prograde, he come me punching bunches, and he got a little pop with him in both hands. He got some put him down strength in both hands. And when you look at Devin Haney's history, going back to the fight with him and Lomachenko, smaller guy moving up a weight, not really packing a lot of power for that weight division, but the things that he did bring to the table was he punched in volumes, and he kind of like gave Devin Haney a little issue.
Facts.
Right. He punches in volumes and apply pressure. His thing is he just punch with his head up in the air. His chin is high all the time. He don't really got a lot of good defensive discipline. And when you're looking at a precision puncher, he's not really a precision puncher. He just, like I said, punches in volumes. You might slip one, you might slip 2 of them, but you ain't gonna slip 4 of them,
right?
Or 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Devin Haney, he got good footwork. He come in shape. He got precision punches. He got hand speed. I think his hand speed is faster than
Asante. I think his hand speed was faster than Regis Prograde.
He got hand speed. I think his hand speed is faster than Regis Prograde.
Yeah. It sounds like you got a game plan for everybody already. You.
As you should. Hell yeah, you're supposed to. Look at it. They line me up with my guarantee it's going to be a sad night for somebody.
Right.
Talking that talk. Jay Grant, what
you
it
brought up Subriel Matias as someone you want to fight, and a lot of folks think Matias is the most, dangerous guy.
There you go, more Matias, y'all.
What I've heard you say, you don't necessarily agree. Is that right?
Nah, I believe he opposed a threat. Just like I oppose a threat. Everybody's a threat, to be honest. You got these little 8-ounce gloves on, and and a person is getting ready and in shape for nobody else but you. That's a threat. And he got months and time, a time ahead, like he planned ahead on what he's going to do. And he got more than enough time to get ready for you. Nobody else but you. You gotta realize, like I feel like I said before, a female can put some little small 8-ounce gloves on and let her wind up a punch and hit you on your chin. She will get your attention. You gotta be the strongest, man.
True.
That is a dangerous sport. And small gloves just make it even more dangerous, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Gary, so you're 27 years old. That's an age when a lot of fighters are at their peak.
So real quick, he spoke a little bit more. He gave me, he posed a threat just like I posed a threat. But he did say, yeah, man, that's a guy he'd be willing to fight. And I know people will be like, oh, didn't you pull out of this and pull out of that? You got to understand, he don't make that. That wasn't a him thing. You get what I'm saying? That was his team doing it. So, again, you going to go with what your team want. You know what I mean? You ain't going to go against your team. And why should he, right? They seen some things that they needed to tighten up. Like I said, it only makes him a better fighter, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Having that patience to be able to say, you know what? Even though you can probably more than likely go in here and beat this guy, we still want to cross a couple more T's, dot a couple more I's. Then we get you right back in there. And I think he's still in position because he ain't like he took no loss. So, and his last, performance was impressive. So he right where he need to be, be on top. Or be in position to get a title shot. I don't see why not.
Eeks, are you there right now?
Rolly got a title right now. Think about that.
I would say I'm at my peak because there's always space to learn. That was actually something that we gave the commentator before we got out the ring. My last performance.
He was sharp. Aisha, he was sharp. That was a great win.
I was once told if you in this sport thinking that you know it all, you're going to have a short career. You're going to have an upset night because you never know what the guys bring to the table. You might have to change on the fly, and you're probably not comfortable with changing on the fly. Mm-hmm. Game plan and everything. It's a new game plan. The game plan you train for the whole
point too about the
camp. You can no longer use it.
Right.
Because this guy, he done switched up right down there. As soon as the bell rung. Could be after the first round. Could be soon when the first round start. But regardless, a lot of people don't have that ability to be versatile and change on the fly and be able to execute it. That comes with a level of experience and growth within yourself. And it's things like that that kind of like stunts people's career, stunts people's growth because they feel as though that they know it all now. At that point, they just like, oh, I got this. I know. Kind of like,
man, listen to this dude is a smart kid, man.
Career stunts people growth because they feel as though that they know it all now. At that point, they just like, oh, I got this, I know it all. Nah, you don't know it all. You better just be humble and listen. That type of thing.
And I'm pretty sure that was his train of thought. That was his mentality when his people probably came to him and said, hey, man, we think we need to take a step back. We're not going to take this title shot right now. We're going to sharpen up on some things. We're going to get you back in there. We're going to get you right back in position. You think about it, it take a humble-ass fighter to be able to say, all right, I'm cool with that. Not complain, bitch. It's always a different side. Yeah, I know people was going to hear it and jump all over. Man, he ducking smoke, turning down title shots, man. It ain't that cut and dry. It ain't just that simple. I'm not looking to try to make him into something he's not. He's shown me to be a real fighter, a thorough fighter every single time he got in there. He's an improving young fighter. He's a damn beast. You get what I'm saying? So I think it took a lot. It took a real team to make that kind of decision where they could have easily threw him right in there with a guy that, in my opinion, more than likely he would have beat. Get what I'm saying? They're like, nah, we're going to make sure. Better safe than sorry. And you got to be able to rock with that. You get what I'm saying? And then you can hear how this guy talk. Do he sound like a guy that's ducking smoke? He talking Matias. And you get what I'm saying? I have no reason to not believe him. He rarely talk and do interviews. This is why I was glad that he did this one. I was like, oh, this is a nice little jewel right here, man. He barely do them. So you think he's clout chasing? Now, I know Gary Antoine Russell don't even be on social media, none of that. So if he go in an interview and he say, hey, man, that's a guy I'm looking at and I want to fight him, I'm gonna hold him to it, and I'm gonna believe it. You know what I mean? You just gotta give it some time to materialize. But at least we hear and know that his focus. He hear about the guy that y'all think is so dangerous and the most dangerous guy out there. And he like, man, look, he a threat just like I'm a threat. Yeah, I want to fight him. So I respect it. You just gotta like it, man. You gotta rock with it, right? It's the right kind of energy. And every time he's been in the ring, he's shown you that he's one of them guys, man. He a lot to deal with. But man, right, Teach, you making some great points, man. I can't wait to see it. Salute to my guy, Big Dog Willie in the super chat. He said Bill said Devin has Julian Jackson power at 140. Man, that's that sleeping pill power too, because Julian the Hawk is punching lights.
And we ain't
out,
never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
My bad, y'all. Outside the ring, man. I'm saying, he said, be humble and listen. And I'm telling you that. I'm telling you, when his team came to him with that decision, he probably was like, all right, man, you know what? All right, we with it. DK was good with it. I think she could go up to 140 and embarrass Matias. I think Devin and Tank have something to gain from fighting him. Yeah, man, a lot of people think he a monster, and he is in his own right, but I think the right kind of style would give Matias a ton of issues, man. I think that pressure style is very effective, because it's almost like he already understands one of the cheat codes in boxing is that guys don't be wanting to fight. And Matias, you ain't had Thomas, what to do, homie? How you feeling, bro? And he ain't never seen Matias fight where he didn't want to fight. That's all he want to do. So a lot of guys don't be wanting to fight. They be wanting to box. And Matias be having the right recipe and the right style to make it the wrong kind of fight for you stylistically. So, he got his respect in his own right. And I know he got the one loss. I'm not holding that against him, but I'm just looking at that one loss. And I remember that fight, and that because I never heard of the guy up until then. The guy he was fighting, Petros Ananya, and he lost to that guy. And I believe he got a standing count because he got hit and the back went against the ropes. He ain't dropped, but I think that was the difference in the fight. And it's those defensive lapses and those holes in defense. To me, he still has those same holes. Like, he might be a little more polished and more refined with his style, but I think defensively, those holes that was in that fight that he lost are still there now. And I just think, you beat him to the punch. You can't let him beat you to the punch and just outdog you, right? You got to give him some different looks. So you can't just stand in there and be greedy with Matias. You got to really box him and fight him. I believe you just got to mix it up with that dude. Know what I mean? And Petros Ananya did a damn good job, and that's how he got the victory. I mean, that he almost got himself knocked down. The ropes end up holding him up. And I'm like, man, I think it's some people that punch a bit harder than Petros. He's good. He has no defense. That's what I'm saying, right? Jonathan, for me, he's a dog, man. And sometimes that can take you very, very far. But I feel like the fact that his offense is his defense, I feel like at the elite level, you need to be able to separate your offense. You got to have offense. You need to have defense. You get what I'm saying? You need to have a combination of both. For him, he's just not defensively sound or responsible. It's just his offense is a defense. He could overwhelm you and try to outlast you and outdog you. And I feel like people can outsmart that kind of game plan. You get what I'm saying? I feel like people going to outthink you if that's what you coming in there with. You can't keep coming in there thinking you just going to dog everybody you get in the ring with. And everybody not going to stand there and allow you to do it. You get what I'm saying? Like, what was it? One of his last fights, or was it his last fight when he fought Buddy that I think he ended up stopping Buddy, but he got touched up early. I forget the guy. What's the last guy Matias fought, y'all? What's his name, man? I forget the dude, man, that touched him up a little bit early. And I was like, you could tell this guy's not the biggest of punchers, because had he been, Matias would have been in some trouble, man, because he was getting clipped very early, man. He just ended up out dogging. What was it? Ponce, Jeremiah's Ponce. I think that was Ponce. That's who it was. Right, Bole. That's who it was. It just came to me. That's who it was. So that guy. But you see, he did touch him up. A lot of people remember the end result, him losing, taking the L. But I remember him having some early success against Matias. And again, those same holes that was in his game when he lost are still present now. I don't care how people good he think he is. He's just an offensive buzzsaw. And I give him, next gen. That's who it was. I give him a lot of credit because it's effective and it works for him, right? And he brings it. He got the temperament, the attitude, the physicality to come in there and you get what I'm saying? He got the grit. He bite down. He get in there and he want to fight, bro. But I just feel like at the elite level, there going to be some guys that's going to deal with that style accordingly, bro. You ain't going to just go in there and muscle your way through everybody like that. It ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't going to happen. All right, yeah. It's crazy, man. Salute to kind of local sports. I gotta watch this video. He said Regis won't miss in Subriel. I'll tell you who did though. Gary Antoine Russell just did. So look, that's a fight I definitely be looking forward to at 140, man. This style was all wrong for Teal. I think Teal does them worse because Teal love fighting pressure fighters. Teal got the athletic, you know, ability, the foot speed. I think you get what I'm saying. The style to be able to deal with it. You get what I'm saying? I really do. I think he can deal with it. And he look like his punching power is where it need to be right now at 140. Who got other fights with 35 other than Tank? Everyone believes other guys are easy work. It's only 5 pounds. Or skills will come to weight. I always say that too, DK. I always say that too. It wouldn't be a bad thing. It wouldn't be a bad look, I don't think. Since you look like a replay of Comey fight. Richard Comey. And I did again, guys showed me the grit. And Ramses rocked him. You think about holding on for his life? Nah, absolutely, Mike. He didn't. That's why people only talk about one side of it. He did bite down and he still came back blasting and he ended up getting the stoppage. I know people didn't particularly like the stoppage, but you know, it wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? I do think he could have eventually got that stoppage later in the fight way more convincingly had he kept going anyway. But it was a good little test, man. And like it says, it just goes to show you just don't know everything and you still got room to grow and get better, right? And it's one thing to know it, but it's another thing to be shown that in the ring through some adversity. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he got in that fight. So yeah, it was pumps. It was pumps. Jeremiah's pumps. And you see how he touched him up early though. He clipped Matias early with some hot ones early. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know who told that guy to stand there and try to brawl. Like that just wasn't a good idea. And he fought the wrong style. That's why he started getting like destroyed. He flew embarrassed, be strong. Canelo, yeah. Me too. I'm right there with you, DK. I think so. I think he'll outsmart the hell out of him. Box him. He had to box him because all you want to do is pressure, come forward, and throw big punches. Box his head off. You know what I'm saying? Box his head off for 12, man. You talk about 36 minutes there, make him pay, embarrass him for 36. Oh man, you know he's gonna be coming all night with that pressure. But I think Ergashev, that the guy he fighting is a live dog. I don't think that's gonna be easy for him at all. I don't think it's gonna be easy. He's got a chin though. Yeah, he got a pretty solid chin, but I see him getting touched. You know what I mean? The right guy, he fight the wrong guy with that pressure style and allow like somebody to get off early on him like that, the wrong fighter, man, he'll get his ass beat. Or he'll mess around. I could see that chin coming back to haunt him because again, it's cool to have a chin, but you don't need it to be on display every single fight, if you get what I'm saying, right? Like that's it. We know that too much about him. Like so much so to the point where one of the first things you mention or a person typically mentions with Matias, he tough, he a dog. And you know that because you see it in every fight on display because he allowed guys to hit him so much. And who had a very similar, you know, not so hard to hit, easy to find in the ring kind of defense, Sebastian Fundora. And look what happened to him. He ended up getting sparked. And I could see that same thing for Matias. I really could. It just to take the right fighter to do it. Not saying it'd be easy or it's going to be immediate, but I could see that. Like if that was to happen to him and that's how he lose again, not going to be surprised because I don't know. A lot of y'all probably didn't see the one fight that he lost. I think it might still be on YouTube. It might be, or you might be able to find the highlights. But go check it out and y'all see what I'm saying. You go look at that fight in which he lost to, I think, Petros Ananyan is his name. And then you go look at, you know, some of his recent fights and you'll see those defensive lapses or the holes in his defense are still there. He's just a hell of a, you know what I mean, offensive guy, man. And he could wear you down. He really is a dog. So and even with that style, it's gonna give a lot of people problems. But there are a select few that I believe will be able to ward him off and beat him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll just run through and power through everybody like that. I think some guys would be too smart for it. And they're going to really force him to bring a different element out of his game. And he's been so comfortable doing it a certain way that he might be unwilling to change up. And that's how he's going to lose. He's going to either get outboxed, out of school, or somebody going to stop him. Watch. I know that might sound like, I could guess that, but I'm telling you, somebody either going to take him to school or he's going to get stopped, beat up and stopped. I think Ricochet might be the best at 140. He slept on Next Gen for sure. And so the point joint is not just someone getting off on him, but he's opening up. It could be problematic. I'm telling you. And he opens up a lot. He He make himself able to be hit. But from the Tiz and for his deadly fighting like Crawford at Spence. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I just want to see him get the necessary fights, man. Let's see this fight November 16th, and I want to see what's next. I'm always ready to see what's next. But Matias, yeah, man, that Matias fight, and it's on the David Benavidez undercard as well, so that just heated up, man. That card is solid and it's locked in, but it's good to hear Gary Antoine Russell speak in this, man. Good to hear. Was he done? Hold on, y'all. Pardon me. We got into it. Let me see. More.
That type of thing. You can be the best. I guarantee you, Floyd, he say he's the best that ever did it. If you was to ask him, do you think you can still grow anymore? Do you think like you didn't hit your peak or you can't grow anymore? You can't learn anymore? He would tell you, no, there's always something else to learn. Because there's always something else to learn.
Love that attitude. So you mentioned that you'd like to fight a champion in your next fight. Has it been difficult to be patient until a big opportunity presents itself?
Yeah, it's just on YouTube. It's on the Last Stand podcast.
Something that we all as participants run into is that
no, Premier Boxing Champs. Pardon me.
Majority of the times, you don't have no guarantees. You're just in there training until you get a phone call. So it's kind of like, dang, you want these matchups sooner than later, and you would love for it to be scripted, written down, like organized to a point where though you got a time frame, a legitimate time frame on your calendar saying, okay, yeah, this year I will be going 4 times or 5 times within these months. I got to be ready. I got to be in shape. It don't work like that. So it's a little difficult, but at the same time, I understand that patience is a virtue.
There you go.
You were breaking down these fights and their attributes and basically saying that how, once anyone who puts on those gloves is a threat. What makes Gary Antoine Russell the best 140-pounder in your opinion? What separates you from the rest of the weight class?
I've been through different wars and battles than the rest of these guys. The way I think is completely different. What I do it for is completely different. You got some people who just come from a third world country and they just like, oh man, I gotta do this for my country. I do this for my family because I don't have much. And they kind of like have them type of people bringing forth a high level of spunk.
Welcome to DraftKings Casino.
Mm-hmm. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon the ads.
A high level of spunk than their opponent. A lot of times their opponent is like, okay, I like this. I like this sport. I'm good at it, and that's it. That's the only thing they riding off of. Can't just ride off of just I'm good and I like this sport. It's good to have a mentality of you liking this sport, because if you're not really into this sport, you might as well hang up your gloves because you get hurt. This is a hurt business.
All right.
You can't come in here with play in your mind or like you don't fully want it. No, you got to fully want this to the fullest. And that's where it kind of like aligns with the people from third world countries that don't really got nothing because they're giving their all to it because they don't have nothing. And they know if they give their all to this, they can definitely be victorious, not just in the ring, but in life. They're now basically making their life better through boxing. So they're going to give boxing their own.
You called it the hurt business.
Me personally, I've had that mentality, and it's been conditioned to be somewhat sharpened. Like, okay, listen, yeah, you gotta do this. You want this, you like this, and now you need this. I done been through all of those phases, and now it's just to the point I'm getting of age, and it's like I feel like I'm becoming seasoned. But even though I'm seasoned, it's still more than line.
What did your wins against? I mean, you fought former champions Victor Postol, Rancis Barthélemy. What did those fights teach you?
They told me that my level, each match was different. Each match was completely different. That's first and foremost. Because
Jay was good, bro.
Each one of them I was learning something different. I'm executing mental adjustments. Like I said, we in the gym, we in camp, and we're executing everything we need to execute in camp. And it's my job to execute what I have to execute once I step in the ring, come fight night. Yeah, I did it in the gym. But now this is the real dance. This is the big dance right here. You gotta execute it now. On the fly. With the person that you were practicing and getting ready and prepared for. Everybody else, they imitators. They try to emulate this guy's style that you're going up against. But when you get to the big dance, the real dance, that's the person that you prepared for. And that's when you really got to execute what you've been practicing. You know, and when you got Victor Postal.
Big Dose was good, bro.
Santiago. Right, these are all step-ups. Even Francis Barthélemy, these were like different level competitors. And I'm in camp and I'm getting prepared for them, but each one of them had a different attribute about them that I knew I had to be ready for. And Santiago, it was a lot of people thought that I was going to overanalyze. He fought this person, Adrian Broner beat him barely. Not everybody can execute those plans. So with him, it was more of a mental thing, fighting the rep. When it was Victor Postal, it was, okay, he's a taller guy. He's a journeyman. He's going to be durable. Everybody else out of blew through. This guy is coming to fight. So now my willpower is going to be tested with Victor Postal because in my eyes, in the camp, he was journeyman. He's kind of like the gatekeeper. So with that, I got to basically say, let me self-check myself and see if he's going to be able to take everything I bring at him. I'm not fighting the rep. I'm fighting more so what I can produce now because obviously everybody is telling me that he's going to be able to absorb everything that I bring his way because he's been through more wars than I've been through.
Love that.
I definitely had that mentality.
That's what we've seen. 17-0, 17 knockouts. You've pretty much dominated everybody you've faced, Gary. Is a part of you eager to face someone who's going to push you really hard? Somebody's really going to push you hard?
Big dog.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, because the more competitive opponent I get, the more the fans will get from me because there's certain things that you got to bring out your arsenal just to become victorious. There's certain things that you don't have to bring out because the opponent didn't require you to. You know what I mean?
Smart dude,
right.
Man.
Yeah.
Smart dude.
For an example, I'm going to use Floyd again. You have Floyd Mayweather. Everybody say, oh, he runs a lot. And all he has is that one hand, left hand, right? He shoulder roll, counter you off the shoulder roll, hit you with a left hand. Slip, move, get on his toes. Smart boxing. Precision puncher. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say he went up against a Canelo Alvarez. Or he went up against Diego Corrales. These opponents required him to bring out more than just a shoulder roll and one punch and move. He had to go get it.
Yeah. Good point.
You know what I mean? He's shooting body shots. Even a Tua Gotti. Remember the match with Tua Gotti?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. Triple left hand, body shots. Uppercuts. A Tua Gotti was bringing punching power, aggression, durability, and the heart and balls that, look, I'm going to come get you. Just let me land one of these scuds on you. That's what he was thinking.
Yeah, bringing out different.
If I land one, that's your last blow.
That's a Gary spoke on that before. That's why I like the way
too quick. Beat him to the punch. Accurate. You know, had his timing down.
Tex was good with it, bro.
Even though Floyd had his timing down, he couldn't relax and get lackadaisy. He couldn't get too comfortable, because if he did, he would have found himself on that canvas real quick.
You're throwing out a lot of big names, I guess mostly from the past. So do you have a dream opponent? Is there a guy that you'd really like to fight?
No, there's no dream opponent. I just I gotta go,
bro.
A quarter.
Good to see you in the building.
That's what I had.
I gotta get you right.
Nah. Titles, they starting to get thrown around.
You might be
nobody
sleep,
that's
Jay.
really keeping
Finally.
He kept all of my brother. He kept his for. He's actually the longest reigning WBC featherweight champion there is. He had it the longest in history.
So in your opinion, which big fight do you think is most realistic for you?
Me too, Mike. I hate it. It's a bad narrative.
Every night is a watch party.
Never ran, man. That's ring generalship if I ever seen it. I think it's almost over, y'all. A little bit more. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smashed it.
Being realistic, because look at my record. Who in my weight division has my record? You tell me, who in my division got my record?
Nobody.
Can't name nobody.
Talk that talk,
I'm right there at the mark where though, okay, y'all need to start throwing these title fights in.
Right. Yeah.
So you think that any of them are realistic, even regardless of network, promoter, this, that, platform? You believe any of those fights can happen, right?
Yes, definitely.
I like it. Now, you also mentioned the possibility of going down to 135. Is that something you would still consider?
Yeah, once I do what I need to do in my division. You know, it's not like I'm gonna just say, okay, let me stop my journey on what I'm doing right now and just go down to 35. Nah.
What if an opportunity to fight Gervonta Davis is out there?
Man, that's something different. That's something different.
You hear him?
That's something different.
You hear him?
You know what I mean?
That money talk. Something different.
Talk about finances and etc.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's Gary Antoine wrestle, big dose.
You and Gervonta Davis? Is that a super fight in the future?
It could be, definitely. And the reason why I say that is because Gervonta, he jumped up and down, and he never really had no weight division. They said, okay, this is going to be my division that I hold down. I'm going to be the king of this division. No. He wanted to beat the champions like I want to do, beat the champions, and then move on to the next chapter in his career.
Right.
That's what it's about. It's about staying consistent in what you're doing and winning, being victorious and consistently moving on. That's not an option.
Yeah, I hear you. I wanted to bring up, your brother Gary Jr., Gary Allen, who he's been in your corner. Can you tell us how the chemistry's been between you two as far as working together, fighter trainer?
Oh man, it's actually normal, because you got a lot of fighters that they got a stranger that's their coach, and they had to find the time to adapt and be comfortable and put their blind trust into this person. Floyd Mayweather, as an example, he's one of the only ones that kind of like did his whole career with his family, and because of that, it was a good gel, good chemistry, and things went smoothly, even when it was getting shaky and bumpy in his career. He knew that he could still put his trust into them because it'd be easy to. It's easier to trust your family versus trust a stranger. That comfort level be completely different, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of guys get beat
my
up.
brother.
Have you heard anything as far as when he might be coming back?
He's optimistic, so you never know. He just might pop out. You know, you gotta be prepared.
Fans would love that. You know, they would
Come on,
love
Mr.
that.
Gary,
Last question for you, Gary.
Yes.
Mapping out, the next 12 months for you with New Year coming up and everything. What would you like to accomplish? What would if you had it your way, what would your game plan be?
Title holder after title holder after title holder until I get all of the titles.
Talk that talk.
I love it.
Because the sport itself always needs to have some joy, some attention. Right now, 140, when the 140 division is popping. Welterweight has always been an active weight division anyway. You know, but I think it's more better now because you got the Shakur Stevenson, you got Devontae Tanks, you got Regis Prograis, you got Devin Haney's, you got the Ryan Garcia. Everybody from 30 and 35 is starting to move up to 40.
Right. I mean, can't wait to see you in those big fights. It's your time, my man. So we're looking forward to it. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us. Wish you and your family nothing but the best, and we hope to see you back in the ring soon.
That was dope, man. It's always good to hear that dude, man. You hear he addressed that elephant in the room, and reason why I call it that because nobody else is saying Matiz, right? So I don't think that dude. I don't think he playing. I don't see why he would. I don't see him as a clout chaser. You don't see him all over social media. You don't see him known for putting other people's names in his mouth and just for clout. I don't think he moves that way. So I'm glad he at 140 because he got the right kind of attitude. And I said it before, man. Taking a step from that title shot that we all know in here, he more than likely would have won. It's only going to make him a better fighter in the long run, man. So I think you hear that temperament, man. He got the right kind of attitude, man. That's why I like him. And his last fight, he was sharp as he needed to be. On to the next. Let's see what he got next, man. What's good with the fellas, man? How y'all feeling? That was a good build from them, right? They asked some good questions too. And you with him, man, that's all you gotta do. He'll take the rest. He do the rest. He never just give you why I like him. I don't know. He remind me of how I would answer a question, right? You don't just give somebody a little bit. He really go in depth with stuff, and he just go. You get a chance to see how smart this dude really is, and how quick he just touched on how dudes be having to tell other trainers and stuff. That's why dudes be getting beat up. Beat up. Y'all ain't with the right people, man. He with somebody and his brother that it is with him. So I think that works and that gels, and that's why you've seen a better version of him this time out. You know what I'm saying? That was Premier Boxing Champs. That was Premier Boxing Champs. What's good with the fellas? Thomas, what's good with my bro? What's good with the D-Free? What's going on with y'all, bro?
What's good?
Man, they're here just listening to that rapping of that Gary Antoine.
I'm glad to hear that interview that you just played because I was actually in the process of getting Mr. Gary Russell on my channel for an interview. So,
man, let me know. I'll be over this because we need to hear from him, man.
Right. We just heard from Antoine. Now, I mean, we're gonna hear. I mean, I'm just waiting for him to hit me back, and then we'll set up a time and date. because I know, like I said, I know he's busy. He doing stuff. He's always in the gym. He's probably in the gym right now. That's why he ain't be back here. But yeah, I mean that was a great interview, and the one thing that I took from it is he called out a specific guy. He said he won all the champions, but he named one specific champion that he's looking to go. And he said, I've been eyeing that IBF champion. Right. And he said Matisse. And so I mean, I heard that name been floating around with Antoine for a while now. Right. And like you said, we just heard him say his name. And Matisse said, ain't nobody been saying his name. And, well, we just heard Antoine say it. So it's out the bag. And so Antoine is not the type to call out specific fighters' name unless that's a fight he's trying to make. He's not just going around calling out people's names. Matter of fact, the only other person name that I heard Antoine call out was Adrian Boner, because he really wanted that fight with Adrian Boner. He don't go around calling out people's names.
Right. I can't. I just hope we see him real soon, sooner than later. But we all know who he said he would fight, so I can't wait to see that, man. That's a damn good fight.
Yeah. No, you talking about Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary called out Tank. Now Antoine said he ain't got no problem going down to 35, but I don't know if that was more so towards Tank or if it was towards Devin. But he was like, I ain't got no problem going down to 35. I can make 35. But Mr. Gary been calling out Tank for about 10 years now. He's been calling out Tank.
Right. Just salute to my bro Mike Kirkland back in the super chat. He said, just do the reason you would answer the same as Russell is that, real talk when you hear it. Man, I appreciate that for real, man. I just like how he give you a little more than what you asked for. Like, he gonna answer the question, but it ain't no walk you around the block. It's just to let you know that dude, he a deep thinker, man. So I like him. I think it makes him a smart dude, man. Always answer questions well, and it's good to hear that because he ain't in the limelight as much by choice, right? He just don't care to be for one reason. He's just not an attention whore, and we appreciate him for that. That's why when he do pop up, I think the stuff that he do, he make it count is what I'm saying, and he give you, not those sound bites that you're looking for, not them viral moments, but authentic moments where he really answering questions the right way, man. That's a dude that's easy to root for, man. That's why I rock with him. Salute to Mike.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do
fight, because like you said, he not in the limelight. He don't really call nobody out. He just get in the ring and fight. And it usually ends in a knockout. Well, it's always ended a knockout. Mm-hmm. This man is 100% knockout ratio. It always ends in a knockout. He just get in there and fight. He don't. Antoine is quiet. He's real quiet, and most of the time, the only time you're gonna hear from him is if he's doing an interview. That's the only time you're gonna hear from him. You're not gonna see him on social media going back and forth with nobody on social media. He stay to himself.
He don't be beat. I did see a clip live one day where he was saying he'd think about start doing like more lives interacting with the people and stuff like that. Outside of that, he be tucked in and locked in. And I think that's going to always serve him well being a boxer, man. He live the right kind of lifestyle. He stay out the mix. You only see him when you need to see him. And that's when he's knocking somebody out. You can't tell me that ain't good. You see him, he getting somebody up out of there. So I just want to see his next one. I'm glad that he addressed the Matisse fight, though. And I know people expect it to happen right now. So the names I feel like he's saying he'd be willing to fight. Matisse is the most recent. I think that makes sense, man. Ain't nobody else really calling for him, right? So let's see what happens. How this shake out. I want to see what his next fight would be for him.
I mean,
that'd be interesting. Woo, Antoine dead, man. That'd be fun. That's take my money right now. Like now.
Hey, I know one thing. I know. Devin can't fight Antoine like he fought Loma. He fight Antoine like he fought Loma. It's gonna be some problems. Some problems.
That wouldn't be a good idea at all.
And I like Devin. I like Devin. He's a hell of a boxer. But I mean, we know who has the better inside game. One love to fight on the inside. One fight on the inside when he has to. So you go in there and try to bang it out with Antoine. I mean, one is a proven knockout artist. The other one trying to get another knockout on his record.
Mike Ron, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? No, I got it, Shavon. I don't think nobody. Somebody was asleep? I see somebody else say that. I don't think so. I think somebody had some feedback for a second. Pardon me. I know y'all hate that. It's gone. Should be gone though. Ergashev got a 86 KO%. Yeah, man. Ratio. Matias fought 5 undefeated fighters in 4 years. Another great fight. Box gonna get his props for it, man. We got to big that one up because that's a damn good fight right there.
That's a hell of a fight. I mean,
and Ergashev is a live dog to me. You know what I mean? A live one. Like it ain't no. You know what I mean? I don't think Matias just gonna bulldoze through him.
Hey, I put it this way. I don't usually call a knockout, but somebody's getting knocked out in that fight.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They be bringing it. Let's see who defense who get caught first with that shot.
Somebody's getting knocked out in that fight. Hey, Antoine is who I'm rooting for. I mean, but I'm not sleeping on Matias. Matias could bang too. He could bang too. I think Antoine defense is just better.
Right.
So I'm of course I'm a root for the home team, but I'm not sleeping on Matias because Matias can bang. But it's going to end in a knockout. I don't know what round it's going to be, but it's going to end in a knockout.
Yeah. Big Dose. They fight. Big Dose. They fight on the 25th. That fight. Matias and Ergashev just got added to the Benavidez Andrade card. They gonna fight.
Yep.
Yeah, he got a real fight coming up, Matias. That's why you see him at chill and he ain't calling nobody out because he got a fight already. He good right now. He locked in. He got smoked. But
and see that's the thing. I don't like when fighters is calling for other fighters when they got a fight already lined up.
Yeah, don't overdo it. Right.
Yeah. Focus on your fight. Bro. I want you to be 100% locked in on the fight that you got in front of you. After that fight is over with, then you can call out who you want.
Right.
I mean, they do it all the time in the ring after the fight is over. You can call them out. You got more than enough time to call them out.
Right.
But focus on your fight while you in the ring. I mean, while you got that fight lined up, focus on that. After that, you get past them. Hey, run your mouth as much as you want to.
Let me keep the same energy with Virgil did, Boost did, Pitbull had. They all have reasons, excuses. Yeah, I think that when I read it again, it's not even what I think. When I read it, it sounded to me like that was his team that made that decision. It wasn't more so him like I ain't ready for the shot. I think that was a collective decision from what I read, and then they referenced the Rancis Bartholomew fight in specific as to some things they seen in there that they need to tighten up on. And if we just being honest, we watched that fight, we seen the same thing, right? So I think it's again, you can criticize it if you want, like, or critique it. Like, I understand it come with it, right? Like, you'll feel like he ain't ready. But for me, I look at a little bit deeper. You got a team that really care about you because they real enough to say, you know what, we ain't like little moment we seen there, because it was only about a moment for real. It really was. It was about a moment for real. Moment, maybe two. At best. And
you got to remember that was like a month after his father had passed, so he didn't really have time to mourn his father. So all that was playing on in his head. So he didn't look right, and his team wanted to make sure, hey, mourn your father's death, get your head back on right, because when you get in this ring, it might not end out well for you. You got through this one. You got through this one, but it might not end out well for you. So get your head back on track.
Who else had a rough fight, after losing their pops? They had a rough fight as well. I'm mad at the time I remember the name. It's slipping me right now, but it was just an example. And I know people be feeling like it's an excuse, but I just feel like it's more so evidence or examples of, you coming off of losing somebody, man. You ain't all the way together. Now, I mean, you had your roughest moments of your career, and then you get some time away from that, and you get to come back and you see what he looked like, right? As a type of guy. So I think it just showed you, know what I mean? Just need a little bit of time to get himself right.
The one that come to mind, the one that come to mind to me is
bro.
Tony Harrison and Jared Hurd. Tony Harrison and Jared Hurd, they both lost their father and went right into a fight, and they didn't look good. Shit, Jerry Hearn hasn't looked good since. He hasn't looked good since he lost his father.
I see Downtown Boxing Talk was good with him. Yep, he had a rough one after his pops too. It's somebody else too. It's a couple of them examples. I just think that's real. Like these dudes be trying to work through it and fight those demons and emotions in the ring. And you know, I think sometimes like the ultimate, you just need time away from it. Get what I'm saying? Dudes having a rough performances when they lose somebody ain't no coincidence to me. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you're seeing it about a handful of times or more. You're like, yeah, it's definitely something with that because they're human at the end of the day. I think that's what it be. Be in boxing, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? And
especially when that person is their trainer as well. Not only is that's their father, that's their trainer.
Right. And again, I understand the criticism that come with it if you feel like he was the one pulling from it, right? But I think I'm telling you, I give a lot of credit to his team. A lot of people when they made that decision and they would have thrown their guy in there. And like I said, win, lose, or draw, most of us thought he would have won the fight anyway, right? I just think it take a different type of team to be patient and still believe that you're going to position yourself right back where you need to be anyway. You know what I mean? And it's better safe than sorry. Better to feel more confident than lacking in any area going into any fight. You know what I mean? Mike Biggs boxing. My bro was good with it, Mike Biggs. Gary wrestling. Tank, yeah, hell yeah. It'll be a crazy ass fight, man. That'd be a fun fight for sure. You heard him, man. He said, man, now that's different. He let you know. Now we talking numbers when we talking Tank, man. He's very aware that dude is smart, but he also ain't clout chase the moment though. You know what I'm saying? Like he kept it real. I went about 10 and they asked him about 35. He like, man, you know, I'm focused on 40. But then you say Tank, you like, oh, now that might revisit that. You get what I'm saying? Might take another look at that. That's just real, bro. Like it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? And dude be coming in some crazy shape to make 140. Crazy shape. So that's why he said he could make it. Dude, discipline, man. That's a disciplined dude, man. So I like him at 140 because he's dangerous and there's a lot of smoke up there. And he calling for the right smoke with Matiz. And I'm a hold him to it because that's all he's been is a real fighter, man. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be with it. Mike Tyson went cuss pass right. You see how I go for people? Pound for pound, what's good with it, bro? And Thomas was good with it with the bros, man.
Just do what's good. What's good? Thomas Hill, what's up? Anthony, what's good? D Free, what's up, boxing family?
What's good? What's good?
I'm just enjoying this conversation, man. It's always good. Ever since I came to this channel, it's always been real boxing talk. That's why I like this vibe over here. See a couple familiar faces. Yeah, I'm rolling with y'all though. I want to see Antoine. Me, I'm a boxing fan. Like I like styles. So even just looking at the top of 140, I really don't care who I see Antoine in there with. Antoine could fight Tio. He could fight Josh. He could fight Regis. He could fight Devin. He could fight Rolly. Even just thinking about the styles of it, I'll still like to see because Antoine's one of them exciting fighters. Like he just got that style that's gonna make it a good fight. And you know it's gonna be a dog fight. So even like him and somebody with Rolly for a championship, I would like to see that. I'll pay to see that too. See how it go down. Feel me?
Right. I ain't got no argument with that. I mean, anybody at the top of the division, I like to see him in there with. He didn't work his way to that point, so I ain't got no problem with that.
I mean, it for me, DK, it all depends on who you're talking to, right? I'm not really I'm not big on blaming people for stuff. I'm in the mind frame of trying to understand stuff. So that's why you would hear me say, it wasn't Gary Russell, not from the article I read, right? You could hold anybody accountable, but I think if you being real, most fighters are not in complete control of their careers, right? So when I hear a decision like that, unless it's being reported that it came directly from said fighter, then it's gonna fall on the team. So it's them as a collective, but you can hold them accountable for it, right? But I don't think it makes them any less of a fighter if you could just we all seen the fight, right? So in his particular case, you can see why they would kind of, and we still thought, hey man, he could go in there and beat that guy. You get what I'm saying? He would have won the fight if he would have took the title shot, right? But I just guess it take a lot more, you know what I mean? Take a real team behind you to really say that, nah, you know what, we're gonna second guess it, man. We're gonna not even second guess it. We're gonna fix some things and tighten up before we get in there. And again,
Right.
that dude, no disrespect to him, like I hear that he's connected to the team to some degree, but I don't think he's the guy to speak on what he was speaking on in that instance, because the only thing he did when he came up there and did that, like if he really was somebody that I think should have been speaking on that, he wouldn't have came up there and said that, because the only thing that did was make it look worse for Shakur. Like the fact that you would even throw $8 million out there and people minds start going crazy. And again, just not even to go all into it, I'm gonna just make simple sense out of it. They always tell you what Bob Arum always lowballing people, not paying them, not giving people what they worth and all this, right? He's cheap, he's this, he's that, he's set in his ways, right? That's the consensus on Bob. But when it pertained to that one particular fight, people abandon all the stuff that they feel and think about this guy for one fight, so it could push the narrative that they think he was going to pay Shakur $8 million and another guy for like 24, 25 million. Like you add that up, you think that fight is worth over 30-something million, and Bob Arum will pay for it is laughable. It's like, that's why I say I question how close. Like he's to some degree he's connected, right? But I don't think he was within his bounds of he's speaking on that. I don't. So
you got to look at the fact that this is the same promoter that really didn't want to pay $10 million for Shawn Porter and Bud Crawford, and we all know that Shawn Porter and Bud Crawford names is bigger than Devin Haney and Shakur. He didn't want to pay $10 million for that.
Right.
Bob is the most realistic when it comes to determining values of fighters. Hearn and Heyman overpay their fighters sometimes. Like explain to me how Devin versus Kambosos was worth $8 million, like $8 million to $10 million, realistically. I understand it wasn't in Australia, but still, both fighters really. None of them really had they overpaid for it. That fight was a good fight, but let's be honest, it's not, that purse wasn't worth $10 million to $12 million as a total purse, to be honest. At the max, it was worth $8 million.
Right.
I'm being generous. Like, so each fighter got $4 million.
Right.
No one. I don't know why people assume that fight was like blame Hearn and what is it called? Hearn and Heyman for overpaying fighters. That
Gary Antoine talked about fighting Matisse in that in that interview. The world champion brother. He thinks, because I know it's true love. That's why I say, man, I ain't against people holding them holding them accountable, right? There's nothing wrong with that, because that just be responsible for yourself, your actions, and what you do, right? But like I said, I think most fighters, a very big percentage of them are not in complete control of their careers. And, just reading the article, it's definitely sound like it was something.
See, and this is what I don't understand is why is it that people blame, let's be honest, when you look at Tio and David and Devin, let's say those fights don't happen. Like, let's say they always blame. They put the blame on the wrong person and stuff like that. Do you agree with me? Just that fans are putting the blame on the fighter instead of the person who's promising the fight that's never going to happen and stuff like that.
I listen, I ain't big on the blame game, period, because it just never leads to a fight, right? I mean, I believe in accountability and things like that, but I know you said something about overpaying. I don't really feel like guys could be overpaid for taking blows to the head. You know what I mean? I know they
life on the line.
It's tough.
No, I agree with you. They're putting their lives on the line, but when you look at these overbloated purses, sometimes these fighters, like the guys like Eddie Hearn, is giving them that much money when they're not really, like, when you look at
the
realistic value of some of these fighters.
It's hard to tell somebody really that it's too much to get punched in the face, right? I mean, it's tough, but Eddie Hearn made that bet. And this is the thing, man, about that. I don't know why y'all so stuck on that. When have you ever heard the guy that spoke that put this bogus ass 8 million into any type of existence? When have you ever heard him speak on Shakur business in any way, shape, or form? When have you ever heard it?
Wait. Repeat that. I didn't hear you.
Know. Like, I don't give a damn who he know, who he's connected to. Do you really think he was at liberty to be making that speaking on numbers? Do you really think when it's time for Shakur's contract to get signed, he's anywhere around? Do you really think he's in the office is crunching numbers with them? That's why I say I question what connection do he really have, because why would you go up there and speak on something that's as bogus as that, to the point where people are really still spew it to this day? There was no way in hell he was ever getting that much money. Now, it's nothing to clown. It's just about using common sense. See, the difference is a lot of the rhetoric that y'all be wanting me to respond to, I'm not responsible for why y'all heard this stuff. Like, I didn't clown. That situation is just laughable. Neither of them guys was getting paid that much money. It would have been wild. Like, it just is weird.
See,
I don't know why that guy ever spoke like that. But again, I will just say this: when have you ever heard him speak on anything pertaining to Shakur Stevenson before this point? That's how you know it's
no one. No.
Yeah, you probably knew him. You probably connected to this one. You could be this one's brother in the office with that one, but you ain't in that office crunching no numbers with him and his team. I seriously doubt that. We never heard of you.
No, and to me, I get my information from
man,
and I get it from L-Dub, and I get it from, and I listen to
that 30 days negotiation.
What's his name? I read articles on Boxing Scene, if you know who that is.
Right.
Yeah, and this guy used to be. He's a local. He's a promoter in California, and he says, when you look at these, like, he breaks down the numbers from a mathematical standpoint, and he says when you look at these purses that these fighters are getting, this is coming from a promoter who promotes in California. He feels that they're getting overpaid based on the both fighters not having big enough fan bases to justify the purse.
I'll say this, man. I'm willing to bet whoever that guy is, he probably never got punched in his face before. That's why he
right.
Say that. What's overpaid is what they just did with Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury, period, by himself. Nah, this did, because he could have been fighting for undisputed, but he wanted to get paid instead. That if anything is overpaid, is that what is
Ngannou versus Tyson Fury fight?
That was. I just don't knock guys for getting their money in the sport. Like, you notice it comes from a particular set of people that push that. These guys are overpaid. And then it only pertains to certain individuals. That's why I don't rock with that. And this is a poor narrative. Nah, get all of the money that you worth to get punched in your face. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm with. Salute to my.
No, I understand what you're saying. Sometimes
it's just
these
fights with these dudes. He probably never been punched in his face. And I guarantee you will never hear him say that at the Tyson Fury spectacle that he's getting paid too much. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you hear some of the
he said this after the Tyson Fury. He said it directly after Tyson Fury. He said that fight shouldn't have been worth as much as they announced it, to be honest.
Yeah, worth as much. He probably talking about paying for it, but he ain't sitting here saying Tyson Fury is overpaid. Is what I'm saying. That's why I don't really care when these weird bozos come from left field talking about who's overpaid and who's not based on what fan bases, and they probably don't even buy the damn fights they sell. I just hate the word overpaid.
Mm-hmm. Like, I understand what you're saying. Sometimes these people are they're coming from a perspective from a promoter who maybe hasn't fought in the ring, is what you're saying. If it came from a guy like Oscar or Floyd, you would see something different, right? If Floyd and Oscar,
I think some of y'all like to argue, bro. Yeah, like, if you listen, I'm gonna say this: if you ain't never hear me clown Haney for the situation, don't expect me to argue or clean it up for somebody else that has. You have to speak to the person that you heard clowning Haney, not just do. I'm not about to clean up and argue for the people that clown Haney. If y'all know how I do content over here, I'm pretty level, straight down the middle. So I didn't clown Haney for anything. I just called it how I see it. A lot of that other stuff come from other content creators that push rhetoric and narratives. You can't get that over here. So a lot of that stuff that y'all bring up,
you're right down the middle, bro.
You won't hear it come out of my mouth. I'm not going to clean it up for somebody else that's put that rhetoric out there. No, I know nobody shouldn't go tell Shakur he need to get his team in order. People need to use their brains and common sense and not be so gullible. I don't give a damn how close he think he is. Why, again, if you can't answer the question, then that tells you everything you need to know. Why have you never heard of him speaking on anything business related, Shakur, up until that point? The guy got up there and said the most bogus number that he could come up with, and people are still to this day hanging on to that. It's a waste of time. It's like the hell with beating a dead horse. It's a ghost at this point. Dead my ass, a ghost. That dude, like, I'm not at liberty to tell him how close he is to that team, but I'm willing to take a nice bet that he is not in that office crunching no numbers. Because if he did, he would have never said something as bogus as that. No, and nobody would think that in their right mind. Like, it's nothing to clown. It's just people throw out scenarios. And didn't he say it was a hypothetical? And on top of that, I think
that's what I was going to tell you. That's what I was about to tell you. Because
salute to my bro Mike Kirkland back in the super chat again. He said big facts. A lot of these dudes probably never been punched in their face. That's what it is. He's overpaid, man. Well, you go get punched in the face and they see how much you want to get, you know what I mean, to get punched in your face. Like, I just hate it because it only pertains to a certain demographic of fighter. You don't hear this after certain guys get egregious amounts of money to do what they want to do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just not against dudes getting their money. You get what I'm saying? Hey, man, ain't no tomorrow.
I'm not either. I'm just wondering where that narrative, that line of thinking comes from. That's why I'm asking the question.
From somebody that probably never been punched in their face.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Only person I ever heard saying overpay on this channel, and I'm not blaming you or nothing, man, but you got to retire that word, because overpay is based upon what? Like, who's the promoter? Who's overpaying? You know, most people don't even know, you know, you don't know how much they're making off T-shirts, off the seats and everything coming in, plus the network money, plus whatever else is going on. Overpay is like it's a relative term based upon who? Al Heyman's budget is not Eddie Hearn's budget, and vice versa.
True.
Right? And even going all the way down to all these little promotions that seem to pop up every time there's a purse bid, we're surprised somebody new steps in and they have money. And then you can't say, well, you know, you don't know what it's worth to that guy. To Bob Arum, he bids $1 million. The upstart bids $6 million. You can't say they overbid. No, he bid what he wanted to bid. He bid what you were unwilling to bid. He paid what you were unwilling to pay. Right?
Okay. I mean, like, I use the term overpay. What I meant is, like,
are the UPS drivers overpaid now that they sat down and went on strike and they came to an agreement and got the money that they believe they deserve? They weren't getting it before, but are they overpaid now?
No.
Like, I don't understand this mentality. I'm not criticizing. I'm not trying to go at you. I'm going at the idea. I just want you to. I just want to make that clear. And I say it with this passion in my voice, because it's annoying to me. It really bothers me. These guys are getting punched in the face, man, and it's being broadcast all over the world. And a lot of people some people aren't even paying for it.
They're illegally streaming it.
That's what I'm saying. So where's the overpay coming from? That's, you know, you gotta. I'm just, like I said, I'm not attacking you. I'm just attacking the idea. You know, overpay is a relative term. Huh?
You're attacking the line of thinking, not me specifically.
Only the fans.
That's always the case. And no, you didn't make it personal for me, but I feel passionate about this, because if you ask me, look, I'm gonna be rude. If you're telling me guys are getting ripped off, I don't want to watch the fight. Okay, part of that takes the joy out. It takes the joy out of you. Tell me a fighter gets ripped off and he wasn't paid what he was promised, or if he was ripped, he didn't get his, as we're on the channel called Just Due. If he didn't get his just due, then I don't feel good, and I'm not going to feel good going forward. when I hear about UFC guys getting paid, the amounts of money they're getting paid, and they're not happy, that doesn't make me feel good. I don't even watch it.
Right.
Even though I don't watch it, it doesn't make me so. Just retire that overpay. People who use overpay, they work for somebody. Obviously, they must work for somebody.
Talk to him, Bole.
Yeah. Thanks for explaining that to me. I just asked a question because I don't really pay attention. I just watch the fight to watch the fight. Sometimes I hear this stuff and I'm asking just do the question and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get it. That's why I always tell you it's all who you listening to, man. It's probably coming from a guy. That's why I said the best way I can say he ain't getting punched in his face. That's why he's saying it. And you just don't hear it a lot when it comes from other guys. Nah, but back to that, I keep telling y'all with me, I don't push the narratives. I know a lot of stuff y'all be throwing out there and like typing. It be something you heard, but it don't come from this way, right? So I can't really clean it up for these people that don't know how to really call a situation down the middle because they like a fighter too much. You will never see me do that. And anytime y'all ever see me do that, and everybody that's still in here, if you ever see me do that with any situation, I promise you call it out, and you'll hear me just respect it. Like I just don't do that. Get what I'm saying?
Is Gary Antoine versus Subriel Matias happening? Just
I could be looking at everybody. Lavelle Davis was good. That's my tourist brethren, man. Salute the big dose. So again, I get with DK. A lot of people have went a certain direction with that, when it pertains to that situation, but just not me though. That's why I get annoyed with it because it don't come from me, and it's pretty simple to understand. Like you know what I mean. You just know, you know better, right? You know better, man. You're not. These dudes ain't getting paid arm and a leg just because a guy get up on a podcast and throw some numbers out there. It ain't gonna happen.
So just is the fight already signed with Subriel versus Gary?
Salute to Lavelle. You said Subriel versus Gary. Nah, he said he'll fight him. He said that's the guy he want to fight. I mean,
who wins that fight in your opinion?
Who wins it? Man, I tell you what, that's a dog fight for real. It's a pick'em fight. I think either guy really could win. I just feel like
but you always say Subriel blocks punches with his face. He doesn't use his gloves.
That's his biggest problem. I think Gary Antoine got more to his game than what he's shown us thus far. I think he got more of a ceiling at this point where they at in their careers. Hey, but he has to show it, right? I could say what I want to say. He got to get in there and actually show that that's who he is and what he about. But I think so. I think he got more layer to his game than just being this aggressive pressure fighter. I think he can box and talk. And as the bro be boots to the ground, he asked the fighter in person to get his info. See what I'm saying? Get that.
He's already in his 30s.
Instead of getting that third party info that these dudes be passing down, he's able to go directly to the fighter and ask him, get the information and bring it right back to the people. And bro don't even like to score all the time. He throw alley-oops on a regular basis too, man. He a hell of a passer too, man. Y'all ever play a ball game with my bro, man? He a hell of a passer, man. It set you up. Throw you an alley off the glass, let you LeBron James it in there, you know? You know? Big Joe said I'm with you on that. Just only thing is with the illegal streaming going on. Yeah. That's why right, and that's why I say it's hard to say if they really getting what they're truly worth, because you'll have people that'll steal from them. So it's like, get your bag while you can, but just stand on business, and people will be understanding that you getting paid accordingly, right? You don't mind understanding or knowing that a guy got his money, but you want to see you want to get a fight that's worth.
Is there a way for the sport to prevent that illegal streaming?
The crackdown, man, it's like it's tough to answer that. It's like it's always gonna be a way. I think it's just something that you got to prepare for and take account for, right? And I think ultimately, like it brings me back to when you give somebody something truly to pay for, they'll pay for it. You're gonna always have thieves because that's just what people are. But I feel like some people justify the stealing with it ain't worth money anyway, so I'm gonna steal it. So again, just hearing what I've literally heard people say things like that. So you figure maybe you give somebody something that's actually worth their money. Maybe they consider stealing it and actually buy it, or consider buying it and don't steal it this time.
Did you see the interview with Deontay recently where he says he wants to fight Ngannou next?
Nah, I didn't. I don't think I watched it, but I'm aware of the situation. He'd beat him up. I think so.
You think Deontay knocks Ngannou out?
Yeah. Yes. See, he don't do enough. He don't do enough. Like, I think it's. See, the difference is, I'm not a prisoner of the moment. Although he did way better with Fury than I think he should have did. I think it would be crazy for me to believe. I'm just speaking for me to believe that Fury actually was prepared and trained for that fight. And that's exactly why you don't play. See, while you playing, he actually took the opportunity very, very serious. And he's a teachable fighter. Ngannou is. You get what I'm saying? You seen that in his first fight when he was getting taken down left and right. You seen that he didn't know how to defend against it. The next time around, he learned. So that showed me right there that he's a smart guy. You get what I'm saying?
This is exaggeration. This is exaggeration and a hyperbole. But I've said this multiple times with Tyson. It seems like his head and heart has been out of the sport since he's gotten that massive contract with WWE and stuff like that. That for a per appearance basis and stuff like that. And I feel that he's not really taking the sport seriously anymore.
Right.
Like, I don't know what it is with Tyson. It seems like he's not taking his training seriously anymore.
I mean, I think that happens when you become complacent. Complacency settle in because the powers that be are allowing you to get away with anything you want to do. And when you see it, you see a pattern. He continues to do what he want to do, and that's moving further and further away from what any of us in this room want to see. This is why he going over there messing with MMA fighters when nobody on the planet, when I say nobody, I mean nobody on the entire planet, asked for Tyson Fury to go anywhere near Ngannou messing with that man. So you went over there ill prepared, playing around, and you almost got what you didn't need to get with a knockout.
You almost reaped what you sow. You almost reaped what you sow, basically. Right. He almost got knocked out by Ngannou, and Ngannou's a hard puncher. People forget that.
He said, you got a question for the guy panel. He says, Teal properly paid by Bob. You think Teal was properly paid?
I was going to say that.
Is he overpaid by Bob? Think so, Teal?
Yeah. Maybe not.
I don't think none of these guys is overpaid.
Facts.
Because you gotta look at where they're getting the money from. The money is not coming from the promoter. The money is coming from the network.
Right.
So the network say, okay, I believe this fight is worth this amount of money. Okay, now the fight is worth this amount of money. The promoter says, okay, this fighter should get this amount. This fighter should get this amount. Due to what you normally generate. If you're normally the money man between the two fighters, you're going to get the bigger bag. If both of y'all generate roughly the same amount, it's going to be close to 50-50. So it's not really so much the promoters is overpaying. The networks is the one that makes that pays for the fight. So whatever the networks believe that is worth, that's what they're going to get paid.
Right.
No. That's where that was my next question. When it comes to it's the networks that are doing this, but when you look at like what I don't get is when let's say the fighters are making the same amount of money, but you see a fighter ask for like a 70-40 split or a 70-20 split or some ridiculous thing. Can you understand that discrepancy when you look at their numbers? They're making the same amount of money. Can you explain when a fighter asks for that?
I mean that comes from who generates more money. Yeah, they might make the same amount of money, but who generates the more money for the promoter and the network? Who generates more money? That's where you get into, okay, this person is worth 75%, this person is worth 25%. It's the generation of the money. So if, like Tank Davis, his last fight, he generated $120 million. So $120 million Tank Davis generated. Now he go into a fight with, say, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson generates somewhere around 30 million. Tank Davis is going to get the bulk of the money. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying this is what because we all know Tank Davis get paid more than Shakur Stevenson. But say Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson are both making $3 million per fight up until Tank Davis just generated that $120 million. Tank Davis is going to get more than 50% because he generated more money. He's generating more money, so he's going to get more.
No, the fight I'm going to bring up is Shakur versus Devin. If they're generating the same amount of money, can you explain why Devin was asking for that 70-40 split?
I don't know if they generate the same amount of money. I don't know if they generate. Now they say, we could say, okay, Shakur Stevenson, his views was 1.2 million. Devin Haney views was 1.2 million. Shakur Stevenson sold out 15,000. Devin Haney sold out 15,000. But it comes down to how much was the ticket sales. Who generated more money in the ticket sales? That's what it comes down to. So yeah, they might have had the same amount of views, but it comes down to the ticket sale. Who generate more money at the box office? So
the live gate
you can't leave out the fact that Devin Haney was undisputed. Have 4 belts
undisputed.
Table.
Salute to my guy Gertz, man. He said, "What you do, G." Much love and appreciation to my bro. He said, "I can't stream. I hate the buffing."
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
but wasn't Shakur undisputed?
But now it's time for you to get your just do.
No, Shakur was never undisputed. He was unified.
Never.
Hey, but when it comes down to what these fighters is asking for, man, I feel like this, bro. With the illegal streaming today, fighters cannot expect to make what they used to make, man. And they got to realize that, man. You got to bet on yourself more. Take less money up front. Take more money on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Or we not going to be getting these big fights. That's what I feel about it. How you feel about that, Jeff?
Nah, I get what you're saying, but I just think it comes down to the fighter himself and their team being aware, man, or what they earning potential is, man, and not making sure that, because I hate the overpaid word too, but you just don't want to be that guy that is missing out on opportunities because you asking for something that might not be realistic. You know what I'm saying? And I always feel like, dude, it's hard to determine what one's worth is to get punched in the face, right? But I get what you're saying. You don't want to be a diva when it's time to sit at the table and things like that. You don't want to be a guy that's ruining fights because you're not being realistic, is what I'm saying. So,
and then
it comes down to having the right kind of team around you, bro. You got the right type of team around you, man. They can get you. You know what I mean? You can find yourself getting paid. Like shit. Look at Devin Haney's situation. I mean, it probably took him a while, but once he got his foot in there, he started getting paid, bro. Think about it. You complain, you hate how he fight, you hate that it go to the city. You could say what you want, but bro getting paid. So you know what I mean?
Look at how they pay Canelo, man. They give him $50 million a fight. If they can get him $50 million a fight, and he ain't even doing the numbers that Tank doing.
Right. So it's like
I don't justify shortchanging any other boxer.
You see what I'm saying? And you talking that talk. That's why I say, man, all these dudes deserve their money. You know why? Because the money is there for them at the end of the day. And if people wasn't so greedy and having their own financial means in mind all the time, it really was for the sport, then these guys would be getting paid accordingly. The women would be getting paid accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it wouldn't be an issue.
So when you guys look, you brought up Canelo and Tyson Fury. You guys brought up Canelo and Tyson Fury, but when you look at them, do you think that they
Canelo and Tyson Fury ain't the same? Canelo
nowhere near.
Canelo is
no. I'm talking about the generation of money and stuff like that.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Why
do you say that?
In the seat,
Tyson Fury don't generate the same amount of money as Canelo. Nowhere close.
Again, we don't watch them dudes for how much money they generate. No way. I love the fights, but I think those conversations just get these dudes excuses not to give us fights. Then they try to. That's why I hate when they try to tell us or tell a person what you worth, man. So you get what I'm saying? Because if it was up to certain individuals, none of these guys would be getting the money they was getting. Think about it. They was accusing Al Heyman once upon a time of overpaying people. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. You ain't never heard nobody say nobody in hockey, baseball, overpaid nothing. They don't complain about how much they pay them. Then somebody get their hands on a nice piece of change in boxing, and you got a guy complaining that you're overpaying people to take real fights, bro.
The thing is, they say Al Heyman overpays his fighters. Al Heyman don't overpay his fighter. You know who overpaid the PBC fighters? The fans, because he give them a 1.5 purse. And they go out there and they make the money on pay-per-view. The fans is the one that pays for those fights.
Salute,
So
Mike.
It's not Al Heyman. He tell you go out there and sell yourself. If you sell yourself, you're gonna get paid handsomely. If
Mike,
you don't, you're gonna get the 1.5.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, Boots gonna earn it through the ring. He ain't gonna sit up and cry about it. He know that stuff gonna take care of itself. A lot of people don't have that mentality, and he got the skill to back it up. You know what I'm saying? He a different breed of fighter, man.
Is Boots and Stanionis still happening? By chance?
That fight was never happening.
Versus Stanionis still happening?
No,
that fight was never happening.
Fighting Keith Thurman, right?
That's a fight that people wanted. That fight was never called. That fight was never made. They wanted that fight.
It was an option, but it wasn't like what.
My mistake is Thurman versus Stanionis still happening, or did that fight get canceled?
No, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be Thurman versus Stanionis, but Keith Thurman hasn't agreed to the fight.
Yeah. No, put it this way, no contracts was ever signed for that fight. It was just something out there the same way Boots and Thurman is out there, right? Yeah, they're real potential fights, but you know, the chances of it happening like and being now is that's definitely not happening. And then as you get closer to the end of the year, you would think that, you know, it would be even less likely. So I doubt you see Keith Thurman this year. And again, I'll be trying to tell him, bro. Try to tell him I got a real one.
Hey, just do. I told you. I try to tell him. I told you I had just talked to Keith Thurman.
And D3 real live just took a picture with Keith Thurman.
I took a picture and I said, no, Keith Thurman ain't been talking like he's about to fight. He said nobody want to fight him. That man wasn't saying like
I gotta give you credit for that, because as bro was telling me that how he talked to him personally, you also talked to him and you said the same exact thing, bro. You did say it. You said that man don't look like he's talking about fighting, and you said something about his size. You said he was kind of big or something, right?
Yeah, he like overweight. That man like 180. That man like 180. That man Keith Thurman big as hell.
Salute to DK, man.
That man ain't about to fight. When they said Keith Thurman on December 9th, I was like, I don't see how that's gonna happen. That man, he got to lose about 40 pounds.
Right.
Keith said it out his own mouth. He said that he's sorry for the fans because his injuries and all that definitely pushed his career back. But he said he's not taking no steps back. He said any fights. He said he fought Pacquiao. He said, I'm only moving forward, bro. He said, I understand this takes time. I understand the business. So I apologize to the fans, but I'm not taking no steps back.
Right. The panel was good, bro. Good to see you on the panel. Pardon me, man. I'm rude sometimes, man. Pardon my man. Salute to the kings on the panel, man. Salute to the fellas.
Does Keith understand that he ain't been in the limelight in a long time, man? And for like boxing is what have you done lately, man? Keith ain't done lately.
Like people always joke around. He's Keith once upon a time. He's not Keith one time Thurman. He's once upon a time Keith Thurman.
See what it do, homie. I be telling him behind the hands. We be speaking with them folks directly, man. So I was trying to tell y'all. I said it though, because remember I even did a video talking about the fight with Keith Thurman and Stanionis. I'm like, yeah, we getting it. Man, I talked to bro. He was like, man, that fight ain't. I'm like, word.
I was like, when I heard that, I was like, man, I just seen the man. He ain't say nothing about he was about to fight. He said these guys ain't trying to fight.
He did say that.
D, does it sound like he wants to retire before he fights these guys?
No, it didn't sound like he want to retire. He said nobody want to get in the ring with him. He said I'm ready. I'm in shape. He just said ain't nobody trying to get in the ring with him. But he's not in shape for no 147. If he's going to fight anytime soon, I say Keith Thurman going to fight at 150. If I had to guess, when Keith Thurman get back in the ring, he's going to be at 154. Yeah, he's going to be at 154 or maybe 160. He's not going to be at 40. No, he's not going to be at no 68. He might be at 160, 154.
Yeah, he's too little for 68, in my opinion. Hey, man.
He's the same height as Canelo, isn't he?
No, he just seemed too small, man. Canelo, Canelo
weight wise, he's too small. Like Canelo got a bigger frame than Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman got the weight to be 168, but he don't have the frame. He don't have the frame.
See behind the hands, he said Keith Thurman told him he fighting till he's 40. So Keith got some years left. He got a few more years left, man. He got some years left in him. I just want to see what he got left because he only got the one loss. Like he is the most like Now, I don't know, scrutinized one lost fighter of all time, yo. In this generation, it gotta be Keith hands down, bro.
But that's
maybe
like part
Pac-Man.
of that is Keith's fault though, because he ain't fighting nobody, bro. He ain't
I think it's self-inflicted for one reason or another.
I
think it's just he might be looking, and this is just my guess, right? I'm just taking a guess. Seemed like he'd be looking for a perfect, ideal situation, and I think where he's at right now, present itself.
He's not realistic.
Looking for.
Hey, don't be surprised. I mean, you said 168. Don't be surprised. Keith Thurman get in there with Canelo. Canelo like bringing people up.
Oh my God, I was just exaggerating there.
That'd be real sad right there, boy.
Big dose. Remo, what it do, bro?
I ain't gonna lie.
I guarantee you, Keith Thurman get in there with Canelo. That money bag. Keith Thurman getting in there with Canelo.
All right, Thurman beat Barrios down, but certain people will say he struggled. He didn't struggle, Bole. He might have got hurt to the body, but he didn't struggle. And his body ain't as bad as what people make it out to be. I try to say this all the time because if it was, somebody would have been dropped him or ended him with a body. As bad as his body is, he ain't never been down to the body.
I told you what I thought. I thought it might be because he has to cut so much weight. That might be why his body is so weak. He has to cut so much weight because Keith Thurman be walking around like 170, 180. He walks around big. That man ain't walking around at 154, 160 and cutting down to 47. That man walking around like 175, 180, and then he got to cut down to 47. It might be just because he got to cut so much weight.
All of them is though, right, D Free? Because say he get up there, Buzz say he get up there, so all of them 147 pounds is doing that.
Yeah. In fact, Ole, ain't watched the same one we watched. He rearranged Barrios' nose, man. He had him looking like one of them people off Avatar, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
That was a fight that Keith Thurman was talking about too. He said that if I would have got in there with Ugas, I would have killed Ugas. He said I would have killed Ugas if I would have got in there with Ugas. I guess that was a fight that they were trying to make. They were trying to make a Keith Thurman and Ugas fight. But I guess Keith Thurman didn't want the fight. I don't know.
Not after it happened, though, man. Get in there and do it first, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see somebody that you beat somebody up, and then say, I would have killed him, but you ain't do it, though. When you had the opportunity, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you think about it.
I agree 100%.
I ain't even surprised they thought he struggled. Shit, I done heard you could win a 12-round fight, drop somebody, and still struggle. It's beyond me. I don't even know how you could get into explaining that. Struggling and you don't lose a round, that shit is hard to explain. It's like, what you going?
No, it's just not aesthetically pleasing to the person that says that. That's all, man.
And I'm even with that. You know what I mean?
They said Boots struggled with Kern. Boots didn't struggle with Kern. He just didn't. He didn't look like the normal Kern. He didn't lose a round.
And he struggled to do was look good against Kern. That's it. You struggled to look good. He ain't struggled to fight. That dude ain't want to fight.
Well, he
that dude had him look like. Yo,
Thomas Hill, you funny as hell. That whole time. That's exactly what he looked like. That's exactly what he looked like. I was gonna say that.
He said none of them walk around in 160. Boots, EJ Bug, Keith Thurman, all 180 plus, right? See? And that's exactly what you just said. The same thing. D Free, right? You said bro was like 180 or something.
Yeah, he was like 180. I sent just do the picture. That man was huge.
Spence ain't good at 175, 180 right now, ain't he? So
no, I'm 5'10", 195. That man Keith Thurman is like 5'7", 5'8". He was damn near my size.
Behind the hand.
That good win. I wouldn't mind seeing Keith fight Lubin, man, at 154.
Right.
That nigga.
That would be a good fight. That would be a hell of a fight.
Yes, sir.
You could add
DK.
Oh my bad. I'm tripping.
Lubin versus Keith Thurman. That would be a hell of a fight. I'd love to see that.
I watch
DK. That's a good point. That's a very good point that DK just made about fighters. You can't imagine fighters doing what Floyd did and fight at their walk around weight, bro. Do you know what that is to cut weight and fight at a weight, but then walk around at 170 and fight at that? Like he was fighting people at his walk around weight, bro.
He is crazy.
And oftentimes fighting people bigger than him.
Boots in the gym. I thought he goes over 75. Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, Boots is I wonder. Yeah, I wonder. It's a big young kid too. I wonder. He do stay in that gym now. Go. But I wonder what he'd be at his biggest. I'm pretty sure he is. Tell us. That dude make that weight pretty damn easy. I tell you that, man.
Are you talking about Boots?
Strong kid, yeah, Boots.
Boots said the highest he'll go is 168.
And he don't care about the money. Like, I ain't saying he don't care, but he ain't making like a fuss about it. He just want to beat you up. It's like a kid in a candy store, bro. That's a problem. That's an absolute problem.
He said out his own mouth. He said undisputed.
Boo Boo and Benavidez on the card. Didn't they say something about that? Anybody heard it?
Boots?
Yeah, I heard he might be on.
I think the thing is, now I could be wrong, but I think the thing is with Boots is they're trying to get him. I think so. I think that's what they shooting for.
What now? They trying to get him what?
A headline his own joint.
I mean, that's what I was thinking when I heard it, man. I'm like, Boots ain't no under fighter no more.
He need a fight. I mean, and again, just to speak on it, Duke, before while we wrapping up anyway, we winding down. I put this back up. I spoke about this before, but I read it again. And the trainer keep talking about JARON ENNIS for Mario Barrios. And look, I respect the hell out of it. We know he'll take the fight, but man, leave JARON ENNIS alone, bro.
People don't really understand that.
Like, keep your face in your lane. Like, look down in your lane. Your lane looking good right now, Ugas. You putting together some wins. I mean, Barrios, you putting together some wins. You know what I mean? You just beat Ugas. You know what I mean? Go ahead and enjoy the win, man. Talking about Boots, I don't know about that, bro. That's gonna put a lot of stuff to halt right there. I don't think.
Aztec Warrior.
Yeah,
after what he did to Ugas, I would like to see it. I don't think he's gonna win, but I would like to see it though. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I like Barrios too, man. That's why I say that, because I just don't see him winning that fight, but I know what some other fights he could win, and I like seeing him win. He looked much improved under the trainer he got and everything.
I'm not mad at that one at all though, because everything we love Barrios for is what we hate about Keith Thurman.
Right.
Keith Thurman talks about how great he once was, and you gotta pay him to get back in the ring and this at the fourth. He beat the guy that y'all talking about right now, and his profile, Barrios' profile in 147 is higher than the guy that beat him, just because he's inactive and not willing to take the fights that the people want to see.
Right.
That's true.
Facts, man.
It's true, and I think it's just like, you know, talking to my bro that be speaking directly to him. I think he really still believes that he's that guy, and in some ways it's good, but I think in terms of when he's being vocal, it's not, because of the way it's gonna come off. It's like, all right, going into the ring, you still having your confidence and all that stuff intact. That's cool, but I think when you're not getting in the ring and you're constantly vocalizing it and not showing it, I think now it becomes an issue for you. So I think that's kind of where he at. And it's like you said, they got to pay him to get him back in there, I think. So I think that's what it is. But not Senior, I'm with that. I think so too. And that would have been a good launch pad for him to start headlining his own cards after that event. I'm right there with you. Ah, man, that'd have made it perfect too. Why not run it back? You know what I'm saying? His last one, it wasn't what he wanted. Hell yeah, run it back. I swear I thought they was going to do that. When a bit before
I got one example for you guys real quick before I get up out of
San Antonio. Yeah, I heard he big out there, bro. I heard they love him out there in San Antonio. Mario Barrios. That's what's up too.
I got one example for you guys before, real quick. Remember when Carmelo Anthony told everybody they want me to come off the bench, and then when you see his ass in the NBA for a year or two, that's what happened to Keith. He think like me, you want me to fight Boots, pay me.
Right.
And now we don't want to see he can't get a fight. He can't get a name that he want. That's what happens. They needed him, and then they turn around when they don't need you no more because they got young stars. Now you're looking for a fight and looking for like your name status. It don't work like that in business.
Right.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
New platform with money. We get some top matchups. Right, Bole. We out there.
Man. If he ain't willing to fight nobody, he should just go ahead and retire, man. Because his name is just suddenly just dropping off the face of the earth.
I think it's still pride and ego and the fact that he know he really got something in the tank. I think and this is just me spitballing at the situation. I think it's just a matter of how he want to approach what his next opportunity is going to be, and how much control or impact do he got on what his next opportunity going to be. It's like, is he in that situation where you really got to be careful with how you play your cards, right? And you want your next move to be your best move. It might sound cliche, but that's exactly what he need to be on. Like, make whatever move next be the best move. And I swear I thought that Stanionis was a winnable fight, y'all. I really do. Not easy, but winnable. I do think he could have beat that guy.
Yeah, he definitely could have beat him. That make you freaky lean though. He be making some salient points, bro. He be spot on with what he say. And let me say what up to my man D Free. Last night D Free had me over there dying, dog. Exactly. Straight fool last night, bro.
Where was y'all at, Thomas?
We was on Quee shadow. They was cloudy. Had me walking around, and then let me not say what he doing, but they had me die. Straight comedy, man. D Free a good dude, man, but he funny as hell too.
You gonna get some laugh. You definitely gonna laugh with Free here, fool, for sure.
Yeah, but just I'm gonna go ahead and go, man. Salute to you. Salute
You
to my
already know Big Dose, always, bro.
Big Dose, my God.
Say it, man, and have a good day, man. Peace.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you too, H. Thanks for opening up the panel as always, Just man. You know you my guy.
I got to for the fan. And salute to everybody, man. We made it through another week, man. It should be, but FA fights tomorrow, and then we got a DAZN card. And that's Joe Cordina. So we got a couple good fight cards for tomorrow too, y'all. So y'all gotta stay tapped in for this good boxing for tomorrow. Barrios better rewatch Thurman fight and realize it's gonna be worse. Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta look at him and then think about him times 3. Boots the more athletic guy, younger, fresher. He's hitting like Keith Thurman in his prime. Telling you, that'd be all bad for him. Stylistically, I think it'd be very bad for him though. Brian Norman, he on the that's on that that's the November I think that's November 16th, bro. If I'm not tripping. Let me double check, but I think it is though. If they got it in there, I think it is though. I think that's yeah, they slipped that on Shakur Stevenson. I think that's the undercard, one of the undercard fights. Man, that's gonna be a good fight. Him and Quentin Randall. That's gonna be a scrap right there. It's gonna be a real scrizzap. They don't even got the joint on the box, right? But yeah, I think it's the 16th. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's the 16th. Because I ain't tripping. I would have known if it was tomorrow. Tomorrow we got I think FA on the card. FA fighting, what's his dude name? Goodall or something like that. Let me pull FA up. FA, he's an improved fighter, man. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how he gonna look in this fight, man. He's been looking solid since taking that one loss to Frank Sanchez back in 2021. He's been 3 straight wins. Yeah, and dude got DQ. Man, dude is a clown too. That last guy that FA fought, I ain't like him, man. He went out like a sucker, all them weird ass low blows. He was wild and he was acting crazy, bro. How dare you get in the ring and perform like that? Who the hell are you playing with, matter of fact? Low blowing buddy like that, you gonna get disqualified on purpose, like we ain't see it. Yeah, he fight tomorrow, bro. FA fight Joseph Goodall, who's 10-1-1. And I think Buddy got 9 knockouts or something like that too. So he's a pretty solid puncher. But yeah, FA fighting tomorrow, y'all. Hope Barrios keeps winning. That's what I'm saying, B-Dog. That's why I say, man, just not really ignore Boo, like not duck him, but just don't don't be in a rush. Leave Boots. Let him get a title or something and say you want to fight him at least. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just going over there bothering that man. Like, that ain't the guy that just leave him alone for right now. But I'll watch it, and I respect Barrios because I know he'll take the fight. Booze with Barrios, yeah, I'll watch it, man. I like Barrios. Was not the light. I know, because he bring it, bro. He always want to fight. Yeah, that guy was totally unprofessional. Yeah, man, you gotta like him. Thanks, brother. Thanks for another show. Have a great weekend. Y'all miss Joe. Peace and blessings to the queen as we wrap up another dope build of this good boxing talk. Let me make sure I don't miss nothing, man. Yeah, man, that's the fights for tomorrow, y'all. F.A. Jogba is fighting. And let me see who else on this card. My bad. Let me get that to y'all because I like to make sure everybody know what's. To start making sure y'all know exactly what's going to come for tomorrow. Because yeah, man, you got Raymond Murataya is fighting too, man. So that's another thing. And y'all tap into the good brother Jay Hardcore, who will be on shortly too, man. He will be on, I believe so, at 7 o'clock as usual, right? Yeah. Friday night hangout, 7:15 as a matter of fact. So I'm gonna run through this. Yeah, we got Thurman still. Yeah, Gertz, peace, bro. Peace to all things, peace and blessings, man. Part twice. Yeah, Thurman still got some tread on the tire, I believe. That one, I just want to see how much. You know what I'm saying? He got to show me some. But yeah, Raymond Murataya is fighting tomorrow. He's fighting Diego Torres Nunez, who's 18-0 with 17 KOs. Henry LeBron is also 18-0. He's fighting Will Foster the third. I think that's that William Foster that beat Edwin De Los Santos. That should be a good fight. You got F.A. Jogba and Joseph Goodall. Damn, it's gonna be a damn good card. Top Rank putting on what is this? Top Rank putting on a hell of a card. I'm definitely calling this one for tomorrow. I got to. Javier Martinez, Isaiah Wise. Okay. Who else we got? Brandon Moore, Robert Sims, Omar Rosario. Okay. Who else we got, man? Gabriel Garcia, Charlie Sheehy. Okay, this is a solid card here. I definitely want to watch this. And who else? Joe Cordina fight tomorrow as well on DAZN. So that's another card. So those are the two cards for tomorrow. Gregory Pratt, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? Million Foster, yeah, that's the one that beat Edwin De Los Santos, right? He's fighting tomorrow as well. So, and he fighting Henry LeBron, who's undefeated. They both undefeated, both versus undefeated. Raymond Murataya and his opponent also undefeated. I think they both 18-0. I said Joe Cordina is undefeated. He got Edward Vasquez tomorrow, who's 15-1. The issue there with Vasquez is he got about 3 KOs. I'm just not a fan of guys that can't crack an egg, man. No disrespect to him. I think Cordina gonna beat him. I think Cordina got a nice little punch on him, man. And this card is nowhere near as exciting. You got Ramla Ali returning after her suffering her only defeat when she got knocked out. I don't know. Oh, this Lucero. I say it's Lucero. I think I heard of this guy. Soleimane. I don't know how they say his name. I ain't even gonna butcher it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the people on this card, but Top Rank definitely got the card that you want to watch. Cordina is a fight to keep an eye on because of who he could fight potentially, right? I think Oshaki Foster got one dibs on that IBF title that he got. And I think he's going to hold on to it. I don't see him losing tomorrow night. I don't think they gave him a guy that's too crazy. Yeah, LeBron is kind of locals guy, right? Henry LeBron. So, and that's a good fight. They both undefeated too. Let me go back to that card, man, because that was a damn good card. That was a good one. Yeah, man. Henry LeBron, William Foster, 16-0. William Foster the third, 16-0, 10 KOs. Right, he is the one that beat Edwin De Los Santos, and that's why I say, man, people doing all this, they must forget about that loss, and he beat the hell out of William Foster ass too. Oh man, it's gonna be a fun fight to watch though. But Raymond Murataya, that's definitely a fight. Diego Torres Nunez, he got a killer in front of him though, bro. 18-0, 17 KOs. Yeah, he only 26. He's sleeping people. Okay. Bro out here knocking people all the way out. All right. I think Murataya is still going to win, though. Henry LeBron, that's a good scrap as well, man. Same reason my boy took the tune-up. A lot of other fights, yeah. You got to stay active, man. Don't get caught slipping. Henry LeBron, 18-0, 10 KOs. Yeah, this is going to be a fun fight to watch. These two dudes mix it up. Him and Will Foster. And these dudes got around the same number of fights and KOs and different stuff like that. It's a solid card Top Rank got right there. Salute to Top Rank. But, man, have a great weekend. Salute to Mike. Much love and appreciation to everybody in the super chat. Much love. Go watch Vila versus Barrios. Do we want that? Vila. You know who else want to fight? Giovanni Santilli, the dude that beat Alexis Rocha, wants some smoke with some guys too, man. I forgot who he said he wanted to crack at. Man, I forgot. But man, salute to everybody in the building, man. Again, is it a card on tonight? I think it is. I think it's something coming on now, and I mean in a little bit. And y'all know that's the 2 cards. So we got a Top Rank card. Remy Moritai, I believe, is on the headline, or is that FA and Goodall. But then we got the DAZN card with Joe Cordina. I don't want that. Appreciate you, boo. Hey, man. But y'all make sure y'all have a great weekend, man. Y'all stay safe. Y'all enjoy the rest of this Good Friday, man. Another dope build in the books. And we're going to be back to call these fights tomorrow, man. And build on some more boxing. So with that, salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate the love, the support. Yeah, Virgil Ortiz. See Bole be on. You know what I was talking about. I couldn't get it. I'm like, who he just called? He said he wanted to fight? Cracker Virgil, right. And he better be careful. Be careful what he asked for. But with that, man, if y'all could, man, y'all go check out the bro. Hardcore Boxing News, J Hardcore 715, man. The hangout. Go say what's up to on the Friday night show. You never know what you're going to get. It's a bring your own bottle kind of affair. So y'all, man, y'all do your boy a favor, man. Y'all go check in, tap into J Hardcore, man. He'll be on in about 13 minutes, man. Ashley's Corner. Peace, cuz I hope you ain't worked too hard over there, too. I know they've been working. Omega Red, what's good, bro? Good to see you in the building. Gregory Pratt, what's good, famo? Peace out. Salute to the kings, the queens of the chat, and we out. See y'all on the next one.